Yeah, we all lie.
Hello?
Hey, Jack, it's me, Joe. Listen, I need you to pick up my prescription and grab some of that ice cream, the chocolate chip one, not the vanilla. The thing. Come on.
Sleepy Joe? This is Donald J. Trump, the president, the current one. What the heck are you calling about?
Come on, man. I just called this number yesterday and it worked fine. They changed the number on me. They do that, Corn Pop changed his number once too. Very sneaky guy. That's a bad dude, man.
You called the White House, Joe. This is the same number. It's been the same number since 1800. You used to live here. How do you forget this? Unbelievable.
I didn't forget. I just, look, here's the deal. My phone has a lot of contacts, Jack. A lot. World leaders, the Pope, my dentist. Sometimes you hit the wrong one.
You put me next to your dentist, Joe?
Well, it's alphabetical, man. T's are close together. Trump, Dr. Tanaka. Could happen to anyone. Anyway, where am I?
Oh, you're muted. We cannot hear you.
Sorry, that was Baby Trump and Baby Biden. I don't know, Jack. Who knows? No, we're going to play a little disco and then we'll be back and we'll get this puppy show on the road. Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
The avatar. Yeah. Oh no, hit the big button. There we go. Sleepy Joe.
I know. Sleepy Joe.
Well, I was stuck in 10 forward with the volcano.
All right, let's do these all in there. All right, get on everywhere.
In the United Federation.
So far, so good.
And the Romulans were trying to be polite. Not even William Riker's getting lucky here tonight. That's when the idea struck me. I let Ghana know the score. Then I found the nearest holodeck and opened up the door. Computer, give me disco. Put some glitter on the screen. I want the funkiest roller program that this ship has ever seen. Synthesize the rhythm, make the polyester shine. Kill the lights and set the stardate to 1979. The sensors overloaded, my terminal exploded. The disco holoprogram was suddenly uploaded. It reached communication like a bug simulation. That funky, nasty bass line was played at every station. Inertial dampeners failing, the diplomats were wailing. The loudest sound the quadrants ever heard was auto-scaling. The doctor started tapping, the captain started rapping. The buttons of their uniforms were literally snapping. No way to isolate it, we had to celebrate it. I invited everyone on board and no one hesitated. The prime directive is to dance and forward, never stood a chance. The holodeck just took control, now let the groove into your soul. Resistance is futile, you gotta let go. Engage the dance floor and make it so. The prime directive is to dance, outward all power to the trance. Computer blast that bass again, let's take this party to all 10. Now Scotty's in the DJ booth, he's remixing the sound. Cues rolling up, a fat one, don't believe me, ask around. Uhura's cracked the frequency, now the funk's on all the comms. She's dropping subspace baseline beats like they were photon bombs. Data's doing the robot, Kurt just ripped off the shirt. Murphy's doing the hustle, Joey ate all the dessert. The doctor's overriding all his ethical subroutines. Saw him popping hollow pills and snorting lines with the breed. Janeway's like to coffee with some nebula delight. And I heard her threaten to kill whoever don't get down tonight. It's red alert on every deck, got Tuvok pinching every neck. Ferengi women are turning tricks, the Borg just plugged into the mix. They're scanning us from deep in space, they wanna come to rock this place. Forget the rules and regulations, United Bunker Federation. The prime directive is to dance and forward, never stood a chance. The holodeck just took control, now let the groove into your soul. Resistance is futile, you gotta let go. Engage the dance. Calling the Enterprise. Beam me up. Calling Voyager. Beam me up. Deep Space Nine. Are you feeling fine? This is Deep Space Nine. We're feeling fine.
Captain the Funk is reading off the scale. Dopamine levels at 100%. Inhibitions at 0. It is highly illogical. It is fascinating.
The prime directive is to dance and forward, never stood a chance. The holiday just took control. Now let the groove into your soul. Resistance is futile. You gotta let go. Engage the dance floor and make it so. The prime directive is to dance. Divert all power to the trance. Computer blast that bass again. Let's take this party to all 10. The prime directive is to dance. Set phases to funk. O'Brien energized. Set phases to funk.
Hailing frequencies open, Captain. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not the DJ. Live long and get down.
That was all the engineers.
Yeah.
Oh man. Uh-oh. Baby Trump versus Clinton. No. Stay off of that. Bad joke.
It's only 8 minutes though.
Bad joke. Man, we're gonna have to play this now.
Quickest way to shrink your prostate.
Best way to fix prostate problems? Saw palmetto? Nope. What about Flomax?
You know, it is, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
It's fun to stay at the bar.
And she said things, WikiLeaks, that just came out. And she lied. Now she's blaming the lie on the late, great Abraham Lincoln. That's one that I haven't. Okay, Honest Abe. Honest Abe never lied. That's the good thing. That's the big difference between Abraham Lincoln and you.
Secretary Clinton.
At the last debate, we heard Donald talking about what he did to women. And after that, a number of women have come forward saying that's exactly what he did to them. Now, what was his response? Well, he held a number of big rallies where he said that he could not possibly have done those things to those women because they were not attractive enough for
I did not
them
say
to be
that.
assaulted.
I did not say that.
Her 2 minutes, sir. Her 2 minutes.
But did
He-
not say that.
It's her 2 minutes.
He went on to say, look at her. I don't think so. About another woman, he said, that wouldn't be my first choice. He attacked the woman reporter writing the story, called her disgusting, as he has called a number of women during this campaign. You know, Donald thinks belittling women makes him bigger. He goes after their dignity, their self-worth, and I don't think there is a woman anywhere who doesn't know what that feels like.
Mr. Trump.
Nobody has more respect for women than I do. Nobody. But I will tell you, what isn't fictionalized are her emails, where she destroyed 33,000 emails criminally, after getting a subpoena from the United States Congress.
So, Mr. Trump, let me add to that. When you walked off that bus at age 59, were you a different man, or did that behavior continue until just recently?
That was locker room talk. I'm not proud of it. I am a person who has great respect for people, for my family, for the people of this country, and certainly I'm not proud of it. But that was something that happened. If you look at Bill Clinton, far worse, minor words, and his was action. His was what he's done to women. There's never been anybody in the history of politics in this nation that's been so abusive to women. So you can say any way you want to say it, but Bill Clinton was abusive to women. Hillary Clinton attacked those same women and attacked them viciously. 4 of them here tonight. But what President Clinton did, he was impeached. He lost his license to practice law. He had to pay an $850,000 fine to one of the women. And I will tell you that when Hillary brings up a point like that, and she talks about words that I said 11 years ago,
That's actually funny.
I think it's disgraceful, and I think she should be ashamed of herself, if you want to know the truth.
Did you use that $916 million loss to avoid paying personal federal income taxes?
Of course I do. Of course I do. And so do all of her donors, or most of her donors. I know many of her donors. Her donors took massive tax write-offs.
So have
A
you
lot
not
of
paid
my, excuse
personal
me,
federal income taxes?
a lot of my write-off was depreciation and other things that Hillary, as a senator, allowed. And she'll always allow it because the people that give her all this money, they want it. That's why. See, I understand the tax code better than anybody that's ever run for president. Hillary Clinton, and it's extremely complex, Hillary Clinton has friends that want all of these provisions, including they want the carried interest provision, which is very important to Wall Street people, but they really want the carried interest provision, which I believe Hillary's leaving. It's very interesting why she's leaving carried interest. But I will tell you that, number one, I pay tremendous numbers of taxes. I absolutely used it, and so did Warren Buffett, and so did George Soros, and so did many of the other people that Hillary is getting money from. Now, I won't mention their names because they're rich, but they're not famous, so we won't make them famous.
Can you say how many years you have avoided paying personal federal income taxes?
No, but I pay tax, and I pay federal tax too. But I have a write-off. A lot of it's depreciation, which is a wonderful charge. I love depreciation. You know, she's given it to us. Hey, if she had a problem, for 30 years she's been doing this, Anderson. I say it all the time. She talks about health care. Why didn't she do something about it? She talks about taxes. Why didn't she do something about it? She doesn't do anything about anything other than talk. With her, it's all talk and no action.
In the past,
and again, Bernie Sanders, it's really bad judgment. She has made bad judgment not only on taxes, she's made bad judgments on Libya, on Syria, on Iraq. I mean, her and Obama, whether you like it or not, the way they got out of Iraq, the vacuum they've left, that's why ISIS formed in the first place. They started from that little area, and now they're in 32 different nations, Hillary. Congratulations. Great job.
You want to file free?
Yeah, great job, Hillary. Great job, man. Great job. Hey, let me out of here, then. I know discoing us out, people. There we go. Let's get out of here. Welcome everyone to the chat. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Y'all gonna have to deal with my voices. This will be the third show in less than 24 hours.
Have you been yelling at the dogs again?
Yes, no, unfortunately, it's just I live in a pile of pollen. Oh God, man, y'all just don't know. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I was talking with John Goodwin earlier, and he was showing me the alert in California, so I sent him mine, and it's not even close. I mean, it's just ridiculous here.
No, there were times in Georgia you could go up to a car and run your finger down it and leave like a 1/4 inch deep clean spot straight to the metal. That's how thick the pollen is.
In the last 2 weeks, I've had to wash my car because you couldn't tell what color it was.
Yes, you could. It was green, right? You
No,
bought that green car, that neon puke green.
This was more like banana yellow.
Yeah, but you hit it with a black light, and it's like puke, neon banana yellow green.
Oh no, Jimmy, it's ridiculous here, yeah. And we got a lot of trees.
It is. I've been in the South. I've been in the deep South in Georgia for 13 years. The pollen is really bad.
Hey, Kara. Hey, hi. You didn't even see y'all in there until I switched over.
Yeah, I punched all the numbers up really quick. Everybody put some comments in, so I went through and scrolled them all through real fast. You probably missed it.
Well, thank you, Denise. Yeah, it's a new banner. Yeah, it's actually you won't see it in here.
Oh yeah, we should make that more prominent for the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can take a look at it, and it's one of the website banners.
Who did that? Michelle or Laurel?
Yeah, no, Michelle did.
Michelle did that. Michelle DeRoche did that.
Yeah,
we got a couple. That's awesome.
Yeah, we got 2 other ones like that as well, and then we got a blank one we can use. We got a couple other banners for the chat too. So, we're doing websites. We're updating the website, so we're changing all the banners out. Most of them are pretty colorful. This is probably the only black and white banner on the site. Probably, yeah. What was it? Yeah, we played a lot of clips. Well, I think in the 3rd hour we played a bunch of clips.
Oh yeah.
Well, the boys got.
We got to the point where we were like, "Oh, we better slow down before they pull us from."
Yeah, I mean, we play, and best part is none of them even came up as a problem. So
one
of the songs, yeah, one of the songs we played, I can't remember which one it was. It's probably "Bomb, Bomb, Bomb Iran," but or it might have been Charlie Daniels. He's pretty popular. So
yeah, it was probably the Charlie Daniels one.
Well, we did Charlie Daniel, which is his patriotic song. Y'all remember that one about America's gonna rise again, kill all you dumb Muslims? So speaking of that, I listened to this politician today talk about we need to throw the 100 million Muslims out of the United States. I'm like, really? And where the fuck are they? If my numbers are correct, and I don't have anything, I'd have to look it up online, but I believe there's 4 or 5 million Muslims living in the United States, and most of them live in New York, New Jersey, and maybe Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. I don't know, somewhere around there. I know New York and New Jersey for sure.
Yeah.
There's three states up there that are like touching each other.
One of the kids I work with says he's Muslim.
Yeah. Now there's a big question. Why did Joe Biden take 80,000 Somalis and put them in the same city? You can't assimilate when you do that. See, people, we bring country.
Well, and also, it's much easier to defraud the system. I mean, what is it? Not 18 billion or 9 billion? What's the number now?
I don't know. Every time I turn around, it's a different number.
Right. Yeah. It keeps going up.
Yeah, it does keep going up. No doubt about that. Mike, Sean will be by later on. He had some stuff he had to do today. He worked today, so he gets off at 6. He got off about an hour ago. He had some other stuff he had to take care of. He told me last night, yeah. Who Jay and I were just stinking filthy rich. That's all. Whatever. If you believe that, I got some dirt. I'll say that's actually gold, but it just looks like
right. You know,
10,000 an ounce, man. Yeah, I scoop it right out my bayou dirt.
Oh, what are we doing? Are we doing question and answer or breaking news? What are we doing right now? Breaking news?
We ain't really doing anything. We're just chit chat.
So then that'd be question. That'd be Q&A then.
Yeah, I was just popping stuff off the messenger because there was a bunch of shit stacked up in there. I
just like getting to using these banners here. You know.
I know. Yeah, I like having all these new banners.
Welcome to the Q&A.
So, Mike. No, I'm gonna be in LA. Yeah, why? Just a couple of weeks. Yeah. I'll be grateful just because I get a break from that pollen.
Well, yeah, you get a break from your pollen. Go to theirs is probably what, 10 points less than yours?
It's like 80 points less than ours. LA, it's 80 points less than ours.
Oh wow, okay.
Concrete jungle. I live in the jungle. There ain't even no concrete on this property except on the
Yeah, but you're not far from a very highly pollinated area, that's for sure.
No, that's what I said. I live in the middle of a pollinated area.
Yeah.
There's a couple 100,000 acres of pine trees around here. And so it's you're getting nonstop pollinated, and of course you got grass pollen and everything else out right now too. No, we did the pollen every time I go. So usually when I go out to Cali, like the last 4 years, my allergies have been crazy. I get out there, they go away. But also the hotels out there also have,
Hey, Mish. Well, what's the index out there right now where you're at?
Here,
the pollen index.
It's 100%.
Oh, okay. What is it in LA right now?
Like 15.
Oh yeah, that's like 85%.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Hey,
but,
Google, what's the pollen index right here, right now?
The pollen index in Waynesboro right now is at a medium level with a concentration of 7. It looks like the main types of pollen are maple and cedar, juniper.
Yeah, I thought there was a little bit of gin in the air. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, they well right now Bruce is mainly tree pollen in there. Now give us a couple of weeks and we'll start switching over to like vegetables and bushes and stuff like that.
Well, thank God for me. I have juniper. Juniper is what they make gin out of. So I've got gin in the air. Gin is in the air.
Gin is in the air. Huh?
What is that song that what's his name used to sing?
Don't ask me.
Love is in the air, but I said it's gin is in the air.
Yeah, it's damn, stay in my ear, bud. Now California is
it's Lou Rawls, I think, that sings that.
No, John and them live out in LA, yeah. But the part of LA I'm going to be in is not the suburbs. I'm downtown Hollywood Boulevard. There's not even a bush around there. Yeah, and all the hotels have those evac systems in them. Yeah, they take out pollen and all out the air, so it doesn't get in the hotel. because they don't want their customers walking around sneezing. It's well, it gets a little less in the evening times, but it's still hard. Something's in the air, all right. My Chihuahua says she had enough. She's going to sleep. Bruce, there's been a couple things going on, but what do you mean? No, I seen Trump was doing his dance today over his farm bill, and now I forgot how much they're giving the farmers a lot of money though. Yeah, so well, they need to help them out until things change. You mean gas prices? Well, gas prices already tipped down a little bit down here, but only about 10 or 15 cents, but it's below $3. It was below $2 when the war started. No, it won't be a gradual drop. See, that's what people aren't understanding. The data, the strait opens up fully. Within a week, gas prices will be close to where they were. Actually, if Iran says what it's going to do, it does, gas prices will go down quick and they'll be even cheaper than what they were. Well, Trump said Iran's already agreed not to build a nuclear weapon. They have other things that they need to talk about, like ballistic missiles and stuff like that. And if the regime wants to survive. If it doesn't want to survive, they'll just keep bombing it until there's nothing left and God knows who takes over. Yes, I did see the Houthis were stupid enough to bomb Israel. They're going to pay for that. They're going to bomb the living shit out of them.
When did that occur? I missed that this afternoon. I was playing games all day. So.
I want to think it did. It was happened this morning.
Okay, yeah.
Overnight, probably.
So was it the Houthis that? Yeah, did they say earlier that if someone launched any kind of attacks from the Persian Gulf, they would assist Iran? Was that why they assisted?
Oh, I don't know. They just jumped in and started doing it. They'll keep fucking around until Saudi gets in this war.
FAFO, keep it up. You little prongs of Iran, you morons, keep it up. You're gonna get your asses handed to you in a handbag.
Well, guys, Iran keeps attacking everybody. Pretty soon, everybody's just going to start attacking Iran. We won't have to put ground troops on the ground.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Israel and Saudi Arabia should just divide Iran up.
They're gonna kill one person important enough to one satellite government, or they're gonna give somebody one bloody nose too many, and they're gonna be like, "That's it," doom, and they're gonna launch, a shitbird retaliation attack.
Randy. So they want to take the island. I don't know if we're going to do it or not. According to one of the Secret Service people, not U.S., I think it was MI6 or somebody said that they're putting troops. Iran is putting troops and weapons and anti-ship and anti-plane missiles on the island.
Yes, and also they've listened to this. We've been for at least 40 some years. We've been strategizing. How do you say it? We've been working this area out for a long time on how to attack it and take the, knock the living shit out of it and take control of it. The problem is that not only do we have to take over Karga Island, there's another smaller island just a little bit like north and west of it that we also have to take in order to really truly control the ins and outs of the Hormuz Strait. That's the really bad thing. So we have to put troops on both of those places, A and B. And if, like we talked on News on the Flip Side the other night, if they have a 1 million-man army, which they claim they have, and there are still 2 facilities, nuclear facilities that they have running that we haven't touched, but we know that they're there. They've what's the word? They've given the rush order on getting that stuff turned into bombs.
Yeah, I don't know what they got and what they don't got. I mean, Israel.
I'll tell you what they have, Joe. They have 10 days. Trump said it. You got 10 days to come to the table with the deal. And if Trump doesn't like the deal, at the end of 10 days, he's going to up the ante and knock the living shit out of him. Even more.
He said he was going to start taking out infrastructure.
Yes, he's going to knock the living shit out of him even more.
Well, Jimmy, taking out infrastructure means people will start leaving the country. They'll start sneaking out, and
he'll start destroying water supply, electrical supply.
Iran's going to become
natural gas supply. He's already attacked their ability to process gasoline. What else can he do? I mean, just think about it. EMPs, boom, he can knock out all of their electronic devices, cars.
But according to Trump, they're sending us those 10 tankers of oil, and Iran said it too. So, along with
well, I said when I first heard about the gift, and I said, "Oh, I'll bet you it's all that enriched uranium." What if those 10 tankers are hiding the uranium to deliver to us?
That's not beyond the realm of possibility. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But 10 tankers.
It's one or the other. It's one of three things. It's either legitimate gesture, it's a Trojan horse with 8 dirty, nasty bombs or 11 dirty, nasty bombs that they made with their enriched uranium, or it's a hidden gift of a real thing where it seems like they're giving us oil, but really all of their uranium is there, so that whoever's giving us the uranium, they're not letting the guys who are in control of it know that it's gone. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I think they got a problem now, because according to Iran, Israel hit where it was being stored, and now it's all over the place. It's active. The area is contaminated.
Really? They bombed?
Well, yeah, it's an article we carried yesterday on the show. Israel, Iran saying that it's leaking. Now, I didn't get the gist of it because the guy whoever wrote the article was all over the place.
Because last night, as far as I remember, there were 2 facilities when we started the show. The last thing I've seen about it on the news was that there were 2 facilities that they were aware of and were certain that that's where of one of those 2 places where the uranium was, and they were also certain that whoever was puppetly in charge of the military was making them do a rush job on getting that stuff enriched.
Well, but that's the problem. They don't really have enrichment equipment left. Even they admitted that. Israel said the same thing. They don't have the enrichment equipment. The best they can hope for is a dirty bomb.
I think that's what the idea was.
Yeah.
Yes.
But a dirty bomb is past, it's worse than a regular bomb, and the world it would be the end of Iran completely. They would probably get bombed.
I think we're seeing the end of Iran right now anyway, to be honest.
I hope so. I mean, I really do hope so. No, I mean, I really do hope so. I mean, they need to go.
Well, honestly, I mean, because I was 13 when this went down. I back then I said, bomb the shit out of them, surround the country, give them 30 days, give up our people or die. And if they don't give up our people and they kill our people in retaliation for our demand, then you drop a bomb on them. They were terrorists from the beginning. They've been terrorists for 47 years. No one has ever raised a finger against them, not even their own brethren who despise what they do. And yet here we are, and everyone but Trump is the only one doing the right thing.
Yeah. So here, let me put this up for you. Where am I? Get lost.
It was 373. Yeah, it's 379 here. I'm sorry, 279 here. Heidi, gasoline.
It's starting to come down. So,
matter of fact, Heidi, all gasoline sold throughout the United States now is unleaded. They no longer make the leaded stuff.
Yeah, you have to go to a special producer for that.
Yeah, and I think the only people who use it are like heavy industry, like those giant earth movers and military trucks like tanks and things, half tracks and such.
Okay, let me go find this now. So this is the place.
High octane, really.
Yeah, you really do. Cars 93 is about minimum for cars to run on these days. I mean, you can run them on 89 all day long, but really, if you run your car on 93, you're going to get far better gas mileage. The engine's going to last quite a bit longer.
Put it like this: if you have a 4-cylinder, 83 is fine. If you have a 6-cylinder, 83 will get you there, but you'll knock and ping the
you
whole
can't
way.
You can't even get.
But if you have a 6-cylinder, you want to use the next level up, which is usually like what, 91, 93, 92, something like that.
Yeah. So
and then if you have a V8 or higher, you want to use as high of the octane as you can get. You might even want to get an octane booster and an ethanol remover as well.
Yeah. So we get 89.9 on regular. We get 91 on mid grade, and then we get between 93 and 95 on premium, but you can get high octane like 105 or 107. There's a couple places that sell that down here, but that's really for race cars. That's not really for your.
Well, but you don't even have to do that. You can get the high octane at the tank, and then or before you go to the tank, go to the auto store when your tank is either half or less than half. You have to read the bottles and know which product you're using. But read the bottle. It'll say, on your next fill up, when your tank is at half or less or quarter or less, you pour that in the tank first. This octane boost. You should put ethanol. If you really give a shit about your car, no matter how many cylinders it has, even if it only has one or two, like a motorcycle, especially if it has a motorcycle engine in it, put ethanol remover in your gasoline every fill up. I promise you, your car, gas, mileage, whatever you're driving will last longer.
Well, it's funny. Not all stations down here have ethanol in their gasoline.
All stations here do. You have to go. Certain stations have an ethanol free, but it's usually about $4.50 to $6 a gallon.
Wow, that's outrageous. Down here, it's if you buy it out of the special pump, it's usually 20 cents or 30 cents higher than regular.
Okay, so if you think about it like this, all right, so it's $2.79 for.
Man, they rip y'all people up off north, man.
It's $2.79 for the Bear Unlimited or Bear Unleaded gas here. If you buy a $2 bottle of ethanol for each tank, so that makes it $4 a gallon. Well, no, not really. I mean, $2 a gallon plus that, whatever your tank fill up plus that $2.
Yeah. What's this? Wait, what did I miss up here? Boot on the ground military cleaning bases.
It actually might be even $3 or $4 now. It's gone up, I'm sure.
Galactic throwing the bases, getting out entities. Oh, okay. Well, all right. It's kind of strange the way all that works out. Yeah, y'all get liters, but liters is less than a gallon, so y'all getting ripped off. Yeah, what is it, like 1.5 liters is a gallon or something? I have to do the math, but
hey Google, what is the gallons to liters conversion?
1 U.S. liquid gallon is equal to about 3.785 liters.
Oh, 3. Jesus, y'all get screwed.
Wow.
Yeah, so at $2.60 a liter, that's $9 a gallon. I'm sorry, that's $7 a gallon. Lord have mercy. Y'all you should leave Australia tomorrow.
Whoa.
I mean, I'd be adios amigos, man. It is insane. Next thing they're gonna do is they're gonna start charging you $500 for a hamburger.
I mean, okay, so the most I've seen hamburger per pound is $7.99 per pound.
I've seen it as high as that. Right now, it's running around $6, right around $6.
I think we're doing about $5.99 for just the on the shelf stuff, and then usually the next batch up, like it comes in 1 pound little square vacuum sealed packages. The grass fed stuff and they have a Wagyu beef, ground beef. It comes in those little squares, 1 pound squares, and they're I think somewhere between $7.99 and $8.99. Then also they have lamb in those same squares, which is around $8.99, and veal, which the three things that I use for my bolognese are a pound of lamb, a pound of usually 80-20 regular off the shelf ground beef, and then a pound of veal. And the veal is like the same thing, $7.99, $8.99 a pound.
Yeah, if you can get a pound of ground beef down here, like a 73.27 for around $5.50, and 80-20 is going to cost you about $6.25. You want to go with extra lean or something, that'll be a whole different price, but it'll be high. But I don't like lean ground meat anyway because it has a tendency to burn. It doesn't cook as well. You need that layer of fat in there.
You cook fast, you got to be right on top of it, or you like I said, you burn it. Yeah.
Jessica, 80-20 is about the best mix for ground meat. It's 80% lean meat, 20% fat. You need, because half that fat's going to burn out of there anyway. So as long as you don't leave it in the meat and you drain it, you're not getting all that extra 10%. Yeah, and it does add more flavor to the beef. Now, people, if you're paying extra money for grass-fed, you're stupid. If you're paying extra money for wheat poo, you're stupid. Wagyu beef is bad for you. Yeah, it's entirely too much fat in that stuff. It's when you look at like a ribeye steak, it's half fat. I mean, really, it's half fat. And the really best part about this is the real Japanese cows are raised off the ground and they're cleaned and bathed and listen to music. But not all Wagyu beef is made that way. Kobe beef. Some are from other countries. It's not handled the same way, but you're still putting the same label on it. Yeah, the reason that's why those cows were so expensive back in the day, because of the way they were pampered. And the fat in them is outrageous. Ground meat out of them is like 50-50. It's insane. Matter of fact, there's so much fat that comes out of them that places like in California now sell the fat so you can cook regular beef in the fat to improve the taste. I'm not kidding y'all. You can buy the fat by the pound. Yeah. No, I don't know. To each his own. I've eaten it many times. Most of the hamburger joints in LA, that's all they serve. Turkey burgers and Wagyu burgers. There's no regular beef burgers. Well, no, it's so that you can jack you around price-wise. But grass-fed, remember this, people. When somebody tells you organic, the price should be half the price is normal. Grass-fed means there's no antibiotics, there's no grain, there's nothing that costs money. It's just a cow and the grass. Real beef, Black Angus and all them are fed. There's a mix of grass, they got salt licks, they got molasses, honey oats, they got all kind of stuff, and that's what gives that meat that flavor. Grass-fed beef is nasty. You don't have to believe me. Go out and get some of that range fed out in Kansas City or somewhere. Man, that is, tastes like sage. It's I was very disappointed by that the first time I ever ate it.
What is on this picture here? Iran says nuclear facilities.
Yeah, this is the place. Yeah, I was messing around. Let me pull it up. So this is on the map. They actually shows this area, but let's see. So this must be the facility right here. This looks like a nuclear plant.
Yeah, what was that? What did it look like last year before it got blown up?
Let's see. Oh, it's a weapons facility.
Not anymore.
Yellow cake production plant stuck. Blah blah blah.
Boom.
Israel targets Iran's weapons production.
So did we, yeah.
Yeah. But they said it's leaking now.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
Defense minister said they're going to pay. Yeah, whatever, Iran. We don't care what you think. You're not making Israel pay for war crimes. Oh, is this that sunken? So one of the sunken submarines is leaking radiation too. Seen that yesterday. I just seen it again just now though. So Trump told Russia, might as well stay out the Iranian deal because anything you give them, we're not going to accept until you make peace with the Ukraine. And a couple of his ministers have said that Russia's on the verge of bankruptcy. Jeffrey, that's the way it is. I mean, they've been fighting a war with no sighting in for 4 years. And they were so far behind at one point, they were buying things from everybody, from North Korea, from Iran, from anybody who would sell them stuff.
Iran was supplying both Russia and Ukraine with drones, massive amounts of drones. And so we don't know how many they have left. We don't know how many exactly they supplied both Russia and Ukraine. I'm sure Ukraine would tell us. Russia probably would tell us a bold-faced lie. But fact remains is that they've been saying this, and it wasn't just one news organization. All of them have been saying this because all of their consultants have said the same thing. We don't know how many they had, period. So not knowing how many they gave and or sold to Russia and Ukraine and maybe possibly even China, we don't know how many they had kept on hand for themselves. And plus, again, remember, we said this again last night, Joe, remember? They've been preparing for this for 40 years. And they have kept on saying also throughout this entire conflict that, and they haven't pulled it out, maybe it's because of their one missile, it's the only maybe really nuclear thing they have. But they have one weapon they're holding back. They don't want to shoot at us. But they've been alluding to if it keeps on going, there's some retaliation against us that we won't be able to stop or retaliate against or something. They're threatening some kind of destruction on us but I don't think they have it yet. I mean, I don't know. It's weird, but time will tell. You're muted.
All right, there it goes. That was weird.
There it is.
They wait, let me look at this ugly guy right quick.
Oh God.
This guy is ugly. The problem for them is we don't really know what they have, but they've sold so much to Russia and the Ukraine that stocks may be lower than they're like us. We've been selling stuff to Ukraine too.
Yeah.
Now we did find out for sure that Russia is sending them satellite imagery so they can bomb targets. So Rubio suggests that we give the Ukraine even more intense information about Russia so they can hit deeper targets like Moscow. Trump warned Putin, if I find out you're giving weapons to Iran, we're gonna come in and help the Ukraine in a big way. Yeah, Denise, I did see that this morning again. So the Secretary General of of NATO got out again and said, I don't know what's wrong with you. He said, there's no way we can defend ourselves against the United States. He said, do you realize that they have 5,000 nuclear weapons? And she said, I think all of Europe has like 400. And he said they're outdated, crappy. He said they're not a deterrent. Russia's not scared of them.
Well, I mean, we talked about this with particularly at least England. I don't know how the other countries' navies and such are, but in an attempt to assist Navy-wise, the English couldn't even get a Navy vessel off the port.
Yeah, as far as I know, they still haven't. Yeah, as far as I know, they still haven't got him out.
King of the seas. For how many centuries did their ships terrorize Northern and Western Europe, and now they can't even launch a goddamn paddle boat.
It's sad, guys. I mean, really and truly.
Honestly, what the hell?
So, hey, Hillbilly. So, and getting back to the Secretary General of NATO, he goes, look, he said, first off, y'all want to try to do it by your phone? He said, okay, we can do that. He said, first off, you're going to have to go ahead 5%. He said, what are you, stupid? It's going to have to be a minimum of 10%. He said, plus you're going to have to spend billions and billions and billions on nuclear weapons.
Hey guys, we have gyros. I'm like 2 blocks up the street from me, and they close in 13 minutes ago. Never mind.
Yeah, too bad, people. But at this rate, if they want to go their own route and Europe wants to go their own route, that's all the stuff they're going to have to do. They're going to have to develop what we have that took us almost 100 years to develop, and we have far more money than they do.
And hey Joe, do you remember? I don't know. Maybe you help me out. Who was the first to use drones?
Us.
Yeah. Do you know on what platform they were used?
We use them all kind of platforms, actually.
What was the first platform they were used on, Joe? Come on, follow the train of thought here.
No, man.
The SR-71. They had the DR-21 drone and the DR-24 drone. There were 2 or 3 different drone packages that when the drones needed to piggyback on the top of the SR-71 because they were a scramjet. So they needed the force of going like Mach 1 to even start their engine. So the SR-71 would go up, refuel, and then click in the afterburners and go as fast as it could, and then launch its drone. And the drone would go off in that direction or that direction, and then fly back and redock with the that's one of the drones would redock with the SR-71 and go back home. The other drones, I think the bigger ones that were also scramjets, they had a much longer engine. They would do a figure 8 pattern over where they were dropped off at, and then they would fly in reverse back to where they would either dock with the aircraft carrier or land in the ocean and be picked up by one of our Navy vessels and taken back for analysis and debriefing. Very, very cool things. And that was 1950s, 1950s, I think. 50s, 57, 58, 60, 61 for the A-12 program to begin, starting around then.
Mitch, China wishes it planned 1,000 years ahead. Remember, China is almost 6,000-year-old country, and it's gone pretty much backwards for 5,000 of those years.
They've invented a lot of firsts that we still
And,
use: gunpowder, forks, knives, chopsticks,
well, but
paper,
that's not exactly true. So,
movable print, calculators.
so they invented gunpowder for fireworks, not for weapons. It's an entirely different formula. That's what people don't realize.
Once
It's
they
a-
realized how we were using it, yeah, they quickly
Yeah,
switched.
so
But
no,
yes,
no,
they
China
did
didn't
invent-
know how to make it. That was the problem. They only knew how to make firework gunpowder. They didn't know how to
Well,
make.
So here's what happened with gunpowder. We invented black gunpowder. They invented smokeless gunpowder. They put additives in their gunpowder to make it smoke, so it would and change color. So it was green and red and purple and blue and red, blah, blah. So it would make fantastic displays. When they saw that we were projecting bullets with it, but ours made so much smoke. Once you combine the two and use the two technologies, you have smokeless black powder. You can project larger lead projectiles further, faster, more accurately. So unfortunately for them, we invented the guns first, but they refined our gunpowder for us, which helped us tremendously.
The
through
Navy,
World War I and World War
Navy
II.
says that our gunpowder wasn't refined by China; it was refined by England.
Oh, that's a lie.
That's that's where they got the formula from. So the
Well,
United States came up.
What do you think England got the
No,
idea?
wait. Let me finish. The United States came what they called cold gunpowder. It was given to England because England had something they wanted to work on. That's the powder we use today, not the stuff that China had anything to do with. The powder we use today has nothing to do with their inventions whatsoever. What the military uses today is an entirely different. Now, that's not the same, by the way, Jack, as the gunpowder that you see in your bullets in your gun. Okay. That's just normal everyday gunpowder. Probably can be
The
found
difference
anywhere.
between commercial gunpowder and military gunpowder is commercial gunpowder is very coarse. It would be like if you know your your sandpapers and you contrast, it'd be the difference between a very coarse, like 60 coarse 60. It's a very coarse.
They also got silicon in
sandpaper.
it.
That's what you get in your commercial grade. And you go to like a military round, you're going to get a very, very fine powder. So it's like a 120 grit or even 200, fine grit, finishing sandpaper. That's the difference.
And well, they've got a silicon binder in it. There's a couple things in it that gives
But
it
it
more
also
compression.
you get almost a 99% burn of all the chemical that's in the round.
Yeah. Well, frankly, I'm surprised that England invented anything.
Yes, it's pronounced gyros or gyros.
Yeah, they get pissy out. Some people call it gyro, some call it gyro. It just depends who you're talking to. Well,
It's food. I don't call it one way or the other. I just say, give me one of them. Okay, great. Here's $8. Thank you.
Well, I was listening to this lady argue with one of the guys at the shop calling it a hero. I said, no, baby, gyro, not hero. Hero's a
It's
sub.
like gyro, gyro. You can say whatever you want. Who gives a shit? It's food. Pick it up, eat it. They're yummy. And I don't have Heidi. Have you tried it yet? I don't think Heidi's tried hers yet. She hasn't tried them before.
Get some calamari. Ooh, man, especially if it's hot and fresh, it is good. Yeah, we make sure it's hot and fresh because if not, it might reach out and grab you or something.
What, calamari? No, not calamari. You talking about
Yeah,
you're talking about the cheese?
No, calamari. I'm talking about octopus or squid, depending on where you're at. Calamari is
gyro?
No, we weren't talking about. I was telling them go get some because Greek restaurants will have the gyro and
Well,
they'll
we were
have.
talking about gyros, and all of a sudden there's calamari.
Yeah,
How do
no,
you get gyro with
because it's a
calamari?
Greek food and calamari is a Greek food. It's
food
one.
is
It's
what,
they
the
use it as an
Mediterranean
appetizer. Yeah, calamari is an appetizer in Greek restaurants.
and
It's,
Italian restaurants as well. Where do
no,
you think
well,
the
they
Greeks
are,
get
but
the idea,
I
man?
don't
Come on.
know. I haven't seen it in many Italian restaurants yet down here. I've seen more frog legs and stuff like that, escargot, things like that. But I haven't seen as much. Not to say they don't have it in different restaurants. I just haven't seen it that much. It might be just the way they do things. Who knows? I like a good calamari as long as it's cooked right. I don't want no rubber shit.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I've had rubber eraser, fried calamari, fried.
They asked me and a friend to leave one day
octopus.
because we were rolling up straw papers and taking a calamari and shooting at each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
this
This shit was ridiculous.
You ever had idaco? I think it's called idaco. It's baby pickled octopus. It's nasty. It's like eating the rubber off one of them big fat, those big fat rubber, those pencils that are like, that big around when you're a kid. You can hold them like this. It's like eating the eraser off the top of that. That's how bad they are. Ugh. I'm not a big fan of octopus, at least not in the sushi realm anyway.
Well, one of the reasons I like Greek fruit carrot is because they have a lot of lamb involved.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Kira, we know how to pronounce it. We just don't care. It's a gyro, gyro. A lot of people did call it different names. I don't care. I go in. I say,
when I go in a restaurant and ask,
this happens all the time. When my cousins live in Ohio, where the accents just begin to start to change to like those northern Michigan, like, oh yeah, sure, you betcha kind of things. And I got sick of going to McDonald's going, I'd like a Big Mac and this, that, and I like a large Pepsi. And they go, you mean a pop? And I'm like, is pop Pepsi? She's like, yeah. Like, next time, don't fucking correct me. Just put it in the fucking cup. Well, yeah, thanks.
I know.
Who cares what they call it, what it is locally?
Call it whatever you want. Just give me my damn drink.
When I say Pepsi, does it mean pop to you? Yeah. Then why are you I said Pepsi. Does that mean Pepsi to you is pop? Fine. Put it in the fucking cup. What the hell? I hate that kind of shit. Why are you correcting me on your local colloquialisms? Just put it in the cup.
Chris, you can come to the chat room with us. Yeah, you ought to come hang out with us. It's Pepsi. My problem is I drink Coke first, so Pepsi always tastes flat. It's just one.
But in those places where it's pop, it doesn't matter whether it's Coke or Pepsi. You go up there and go, I want a Coke. You mean pop? I want a Pepsi. You want a pop? Yeah.
Well, down here,
you see, the other place is exactly the reverse. You'll get used to it in that place. And you go to New York. Hey, yeah, give me a large pop. You mean a Pepsi? Just put it in the cup, will you?
Actually, just call it cola, and they just bring you whatever.
Yeah, I mean, goddamn, it's like, why do you have? I mean, why?
Coke rocks.
Yes, it has 15 different goddamn names. Just put it in the fucking cup. Put it in the wrapper. I don't care how you want to call it. Charge me an extra $1 if I mispronounce it, and then put it in the bag so I can go home and eat it.
They got RC cola. Yeah, they got RC cola down here too.
Oh God, yeah.
And then they got Winn-Dixie cola. I mean, there's a lot of colas, but I just like the Coke because it's got bite.
RC cola always, I don't know. I've had it. I liked it.
The only thing
it always tastes stale to me.
It does. The only thing I'd ever drink RC cola is as a mixer. Put some rum in there. No, put some bourbon in there. It tastes way better.
Well, yeah. Plus you have to. I mean, it's got liquor. You have to finish it.
Yeah.
But actually, I stopped drinking sodas about 9 years ago. Almost 10 years ago now. 10 years ago.
I don't drink near. I gave them up for about 5 years. And then about a year ago, I drink them from time to time. Like the last 4 or 5 days, I've been drinking tea. I prefer to drink iced tea all the time, to be honest with you. But I do I'm drinking a Coke right now, actually.
If I could drink iced tea without it giving me kidney stones and making my kidneys go kaflooey, and then I would drink iced tea all the time.
Well, you got to figure it because it shouldn't, because iced tea is a good cleanser for. Matter of fact, my doctor tells me all the time, you don't get kidney stones.
No, but it has things in it that attracts the things that make kidney stones. So
my doctor said he said drink a lot of it because it keeps you clean.
Well, my doctor said to stay away from tea, but I was okay with black coffees, and not using like I can't use non-dairy creamers or those fake creamers. I have to use like milk, whole milk, or actual cream, not half and half, and I'll be okay. And I have to start eating hard cheese as well, probably.
Oh, I don't be giving up no cheese, man. That could be.
But for kidney stones, hard cheese is better. Like hard cheese is better than like mozzarella, or like the cheese you get on a macaroni and cheese, like a cheese sauce kind of thing.
Well, Jack, there's not really all that many things that cause kidney stones. The number one cause of it is dehydration. That's the number one cause of it. And
calcium.
And then
the lack of your body to recalcify calcium.
Yeah, but calcium falls into pill binders. Pill binders are also cause kidney stones. So if you're taking a lot of pills and you have a binder in the pill, which all pills do,
well, I started getting kidney stones when I was 21 before I had any regular prescription.
Yeah, see, that's how Sam was. Sam, but see, Sam couldn't drink any kind of milk. If he drank any kind of milk, he got them. It didn't matter what it was. It was like,
well, mine are calcium. Mine, I think, are there's 3 different kinds that are made. They're made by one of them. 2 of them are calcium. One of them's like I forget what the other one is, but I think mine are calcium carbonate, and if that's the case, I should drink not like a lot of milk every day, but at least a glass of milk a day, and I should switch from soft cheeses to hard cheeses. And I used to always eat, especially when I was in college. One of my favorite dinners was just a stack of crackers and about that much of cheese chopped into squares for each cracker. And it usually was like a nice hard cheddar. I'm going to go back to that, I think.
Guys, water is not really all that good for y'all. One, there's nothing in it. It does good.
But microbes.
And two, most water on this planet is contaminated, especially with high silicons.
And microbes.
And microbes. So, when it was one thing when water was clear, or if you're drinking artesian water, if you're drinking refined water or made water or bottled water, oh no. Bottled water is one of the worst things you can have to eat. If it even gets in the sun a little while, the microbes break down in the damn water from the plastic. It's really bad for you. Matter of fact, it got to a point, one of the companies I used to work for used to stock water in front of their stores. And it got to the point where they said it could cause cancer. They had to stop doing it because it was exposed to the sunlight. And that's why eating seafood is risky sometimes, depending on where you're living, because like some salmon are high in lead, other things in certain parts of the country and the world. There's a lot of crap in the water. We're in a Gulf. Gulf's pretty clean, but there's one spot in the Gulf that isn't, but for the most part, it's pretty clean.
There are all kinds of also electrolyte waters, like how you say that different flavors have it that are good for kidney stones. Some have magnesium in it, which I think I'm going to also have to probably start taking. So, but
I need to get me some reversed osmosis. It's for this sinus stuff I use. It asks you to use that kind of water. He said either that or you got to boil regular water for 5
we don't
minutes.
have a banner going.
When you get water is a weird thing because I drink it myself sometimes, but drinking it all the time. Besides that, if I drink more than like 2 bottles of water, I feel bloated like a son of a bitch. I'm like, nope, that's enough of that. And it's time.
You remember that there's a meme that goes around every once in a while on Facebook. It's an old lady, and it's like she's like sitting back with like a wine glass, and it's like some sort of like interview. And the guy says, "What do you do if you have such and such a disease?" He's like, "Oh, I drink a beer." And it's like, "What do you have if you get this?" "Oh, I drink a glass of scotch." Like, "Well, what if your back goes out?" "Oh, I drink a bottle of wine." And he's like, "Well, what do you do if you drink water?" It's like she goes, "Oh, well, I've never been that sick."
No, water is nasty, man. It's people always say, "Well, I drink water to lose weight." Okay, if that's what you think. Water makes you bloat and all kind of stuff.
All right, but doink. Look at that. On the top. Look at that. Awesome.
Oh, I don't get it. The people who make this stuff for my sinus rinse, they just like that kind of water because it's softer and it's good for the stuff you mix into the water.
Actually, reverse osmosis filtered water, it was what we used at the pool that I worked at for 10 years as a kid. I started working when I was there when I was 13. I stopped when I was 23. We used a reverse osmosis diatomaceous earth filter, and to be quite honest with you, it was probably the cleanest water. If you didn't put the chlorine in it, without just the chlorine in it, just after you wash the water through those filters, it was probably the cleanest water you could drink from. Period. It was probably even cleaner than artesian well water. But the fact is that we also had to add 70 parts per million raw chlorine to the water to keep all the nasty people's feces from making everybody sick. That's what made the water undrinkable.
Yeah. No, Marco, you can use chlorine. Okay. You can take a gallon of water and a cap full of chlorine, dump it in there, shake it up. You can drink that water afterwards. Yeah, it's one of the things they tell you when you live in hurricane or flood prone places.
Well, also, you can take that same bottle, what he just did, and then leave it out in the sun for 24 hours, maybe even 36, and the sun will burn that chlorine away within a few days to a day and a half.
But with the cap, you don't really taste it. It's a cap full. It's no worse than the water we get down here. I mean, I turn on my faucet sometimes.
You won't taste it. You'll smell it, though. You will smell it.
I'm not with a cap. I don't think so. I mean, I don't remember. They did, a couple of them did it, but I wouldn't. I was drinking something else at the time. But I know here, when you turn on my faucet, Sometimes it smells so much like chlorine you don't even want to be around the water. It smells like
I don't drink from the faucet unless I'm really, really, really sick or desperate. To be absolutely 100% honest, I do not. Even if I'm in the shower, if I'm thirsty, I'll spit it out. I can't drink it.
I miss being on well water. You can get well water here, but it's in order to get real well water, you got to go down pretty deep. There's an egg water pocket here, so that's what you hit first. Now, egg water you can put in the refrigerator and the smell will go away, but not when you're taking it out the faucet.
It still smells like rotten egg. Yeah,
yeah, and it turns your toilet's colors and stuff. Yeah, it's just nasty. Yeah, I know a couple people who do that. Put their water out.
It's like it's like you turn. Well, first of all, you'll know. For you city folk, you'll know because when you turn on the water, particularly if it's just the hot one, but if you turn on any of them, it'll go. You'll feel the pipes will do. There'll be like a noise, and then there'll be a smell which precedes the water coming out. So you'll smell like someone just farted. Who farted? Oh, here comes the water. Oh, it was the water that farted.
Hold on, I was looking for this. Where'd it go? 52 Stratoforce bomber just made an emergency landing in the UK. Oh man, I've been following this orca pod that's going around killing great whites. It's not even a pod; it's just two of them. It's a starboard and port or something. I think their name is. They're just going around killing great whites all over the place. And
who is doing this?
There's two orcas. Just two orcas.
Two orcas.
Yeah, and not even full-grown orcas. They're just out there killing big great whites, not little ones.
Good.
But then they killed a bunch of. They've been just killing sharks today. And one day they killed 9 different sharks, and then one day they killed 10 of the same kind of shark. But anytime they see a great white, they kill it.
Just for fun, or they're eating them?
They eat one piece out of it where the liver is, and then the rest of the carcass is let rot.
So they're going on a pate de foie gras kind of.
Yeah, they're
finding the biggest, fattest great whites, eating their livers with probably a bottle of Chianti and fava beans.
Well, they said they use their sonar. Well, they said they use their sonar to explode it out of the shark.
Who? Oh, orca?
Yeah.
Does orca has sonar?
Orca's a dolphin.
No, orca's a whale.
It's a dolphin though. It's the same family.
Google, do orcas have sonar?
It's the same family.
Yes, orcas definitely have a form of biological sonar called echolocation, and it's essential for their lives in the ocean. They produce high-frequency clicks that travel through the water and bounce off objects like fish or rocks. The orca then listens to the returning echoes to figure out the size, shape, speed, and direction of whatever is in front of them.
And general yumminess, I'm sure.
For hunting and navigating in dark
They're just
waters.
generally oversized dolphins.
Anything else you'd like to know about how orcas use sound?
You know what else is? Them white beluga whales are also dolphins.
Hey Google, what species are orca? Are they dolphins or are they whales or sharks?
They're definitely not sharkies.
That's a common point of confusion. Orcas, or killer whales, are actually the largest members of the dolphin family. They are
Told you, dude. You all learn. Listen.
The oceanic dolphin.
I should have known. Coming from a Navy man, I should have not. I shouldn't have questioned it.
So, in
Hey,
all
Google,
fairness,
stop.
they used to try to use orcas to bring bombs and shit. Dolphins were easier to manage though, because orcas are cranky.
Yes, and they have much bigger teeth.
Yes, they do. But there's a couple of them that people didn't think were dolphins that were dolphins, and then there's different varieties of dolphins like porpoises and stuff, and then there's river dolphins, lake dolphins, sea
Chrysiops
dolphins.
truncatus.
And people, in case you didn't notice, dolphins have 2 more senses than we do, and their brain is 1.5 size of times of ours.
1.5 times larger. Yes.
Yes. So, and brain size matters. Remember, elephants' brains only about.
Well, they have,
this big.
but like you said, they have 2 different organs. Well, I don't know. They have one.
That's 2 different.
One extra organ in their brain, but they also. What did you say? They have 2 extra.
2 senses. They have 2 more senses.
Well, one sense is sonar.
Yeah, one of them is sonar.
What's the other one?
Echolocation sonar, and the other one's just you know how they do their clicks.
Yeah.
So they can use it as a weapon.
Yes.
But not.
No, that comes from the same organ. Yes.
No, it's not. Yes. It's not from a sonar though. It's a different type of thing. Yeah, I when I was reading about it didn't quite make sense. And then the guy said, you know, when you see a dolphin run up and they use echo and they push up against something, they pop, 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 pop. That's their sonar going off. He said, but there's something else they use. It's a wave that goes through the brain that
it comes out of the top of their brain. It goes into the creature. Yes.
It discombobulates the animal around them.
It
and then
bursts
they
their
kill it.
organs too.
Well, no,
They
that's
get-
the sonar that does that. These are two different things. And I got confused by it because Navy was looking, because that's where Navy got sonar from. But they found some other things that dolphins can do that we can't do. Plus, their language, according to everybody who works with them, is at least 1,000 times larger than ours.
And it's also 3-dimensional.
Yeah, so, and remember, in some ways, they're almost telepathic because they can send signals with their sonar. Well, some people think dolphins are telepathic. Yeah. Some people do think they're telepathic. So I don't know. I've never asked a dolphin, are you telepathic? Next time I'm near one, I'll send it a telepathic message and see what happens. Well, there's a couple things about dolphins. One, they're the only animal that save men without being asked or told.
And vice versa. They've actually asked us to help them before. Very recently, a dolphin had I think it was in the Mediterranean, had a small guy who just runs a boat by himself. He catches things and sells it. But the guy went down and helped him cut the dolphin's, I guess, either kid or friend out of a net.
Yeah, they will save a human. They will ask for help. They've been known to guide ships along rocky coals and shoals and stuff. So they go out of their way. But it's more than that. So these dolphin farms in Florida, these dolphins have cured children from several different diseases, including epilepsy. So nobody
And
knows
autism,
how.
isn't it? Autism.
It's quite a few range of diseases, and they say all the dolphin does is take his nose and puts it
Kids
on
who
there.
were not severely autistic, but at least they were non-verbal, what is the word they use? Non-social, really. They were non-interactive, basically. They're just basically a vegetable, really. They just were existing to exist. And then after an experience with these dolphins, boom, they're like 100% sentient again. They're back. It's like boom, someone turned on a switch.
Yeah.
He's back.
Well, it's one of the things they were talking
Hey,
about
Sean.
is one of the ladies had been bringing her kid there, and she said her kid was acting way better when they got home today, and she was surprised. And then she started dreaming that the dolphin was telling her to bring him back 5 times over the next 6 months, and he'd be cured. Sure enough, she did, and it was. Even the doctors were like, because the doctors told her there was no hope for the kid. He wouldn't even live to be 12 or 13. He was going to die because it was that bad.
Have you heard the story about the poor father who has a son that's only an ear?
Wait, say that again.
Have you heard the first story about the young father? He and his wife, they have a child, and it comes out it's only an ear.
Oh,
You heard that story?
No, I've never heard that story.
Oh, it's tragic. So the guy he and his wife have an ear, and they're like, well, they don't know what to do. So they're like regular parents. They coddle it and keep it alive till the age of 21. And the father has, it's time to take the son out and teach him how to have a beer. So he takes his ear out to the bar and he introduces it to the guys at the bar. And he said, here's my son I've been telling you about. And he gives the son a beer and he pours a beer into the ear and he drinks a beer and the ear grows a head. So he's like, wow. So he pours another beer in the head and it grows a body. He's like, wow, this is great. He drinks a beer and he pours another beer into his son, who now has, 2 legs and an arm. He's like, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. So he gives the kid another beer and he drinks another beer and the kid grows an arm. He's like, oh my God. And he looks at the bartender. He's like, I've been dreaming about this for like 21 years. I have almost a whole kid. He's only missing an ear. And the bartender's like, well, here, give him another beer. So they give him another beer and they're hoping for that last year. And then the kid drinks the beer and turns back into an ear. The bartender says, damn it, we should have stopped while you had a head.
That's right. Crazy ass stories.
Sorry.
Mike, Jay's on drugs. What can we tell you? We don't know what to tell y'all, people. He's on drugs. Sean, what you doing, baby? Sean. Hello, Sean.
I don't know. Can you hear us, Sean?
Sean.
He might be frozen.
Oh,
Oh,
There he
now
is.
you can hear us. We was wondering what happened to you, man.
yeah, I'm breaking up.
We was fixing to call the aliens for you.
He's free. He's getting probed.
Yeah. Look at him. Yeah. Look at that face. Look on his face. He's getting probed. Yeah.
Yeah. See that smile? He's probed. He's probing out.
I know. He's on Mars getting probed, no less. It's
No, he's not frozen, Heidi. He's getting probed. The aliens are
Mars
freezing his
don't
image
exist.
so he doesn't look all weirded out.
he may have to reboot if it don't quit. Actually, we were supposed to go to break because we started.
That's
late.
up. Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, we'll go.
Don't worry, we started late too, dude.
Yeah, we were a half hour late, so don't feel bad. It's what do you mean?
Oh,
Keep
okay.
rocking because my leg hurts. That
No,
my
it's
son
all,
was
it's all my
raptured.
fault. I was playing games all day. I
was
didn't, set up the game. I
raptured.
didn't set the room at all. So
Steven, who? Steven, who? I think you got the wrong name there, Frankie. I think you're thinking of the wrong person. No, not Steven
Where
Spielberg. Huh?
you froze up again, Sean.
We're
Yes,
allowed
Sean,
to
you
have
froze.
days like this.
What day?
It happens all the time when I first jump on the computer and onto you.
That means you got something.
I freeze for about a half hour.
Well, what you might want to do is turn the computer on an hour or so before, so all those glitches get out of there. Sometimes computers, when they get older, it takes them longer to, reboot, if as it were.
I'm cheating tonight, Heidi.
I do.
Okay.
You're breaking up, Shawnee.
Spock got him, man. That was it. Spock got him.
Yeah.
It's
We're
people tell me
hoping to
about
be right.
medical.
Send some good mojo. Man, everybody's spinning.
It's
Yeah, you're breaking up, Sean. You might want to bop out and reboot in.
I'll try it again.
Yeah, see what happened. We're not
Be
going.
right
We're right
back.
here. All right, Kara. No, that wasn't Kara. Who was that? That was Donnie. What's up, man? Oh, you mean Barron Trump? Should he go to war? Why should he? Okay, I've said this before. So if you want Barron Trump to go to war, I want both of Barack Obama's daughters to go. I want both of George Bush's daughters to go. Oh, yes. I'm afraid so. I want Hunter Biden to go.
What was that idiot you played last night? There was some idiot Joe played last night. She was I don't know if she was trans or she was just trans.
Freak.
She was on the trans. Yeah, she was trans. She was pro-trans, as it were. But so in her mind, a biologically male transgender is immune from having to, at the age of 18, sign up for the military draft. However, a biologically female trans who's transitioning to a male is responsible for signing up for the draft. What?
Well, fortunately, they don't let
What
trans
backwards
and gay.
logic is that? It makes no sense.
Well, what's funny? When I was in the Navy, you weren't allowed to be gay in the Navy. They threw you out.
No, you weren't. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they got all these new laws, and then they did. Now here we are back to where we were. You're not allowed to be in the service anymore. Danny, that's a good question. So if we bring back the draft, will they draft gay people if they're not allowed to serve? Well, if we get desperate enough, we'll draft your freaking dog, buddy. They'll come after me and old man Sean over there.
They will. I will sign up too, buddy.
Well, see, we're supposed to be way too old, but what happens is if you get
after
into a war,
38, for the most, I think 38 is the oldest, and that's the Air Force is the oldest.
Now they recently raised the age to either 42 or 46.
Oh.
Thank you,
and
Kara.
then at war they can take you up to 65.
Yeah, but I would go back, Joe. I would go
too.
back.
If they called me, I'd go.
I'd join. Yeah, I'd join.
I'd go. It's well, because what do you mean, Mark? Well, because all right, Sean and I have MOSs. We've done stuff on the ships, and even though we've spent forever since we've been in, we still know all the basics of serving and being on board a ship. Besides, they wouldn't want us on ships; they want us doing other things, watching over the baby.
They might pull you guys aside to train new guys going on ships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What they'll do? We'll be babysitters, is what we'll be.
That's all we'll be is babysitters.
That's what we'll be. They'll probably be stationed different places, harp duties and military bases, and
I'll probably get fast tracked into some sort of intelligence role, either cryptics or decoding or codes.
Well, Joe, you could go back to being your MOS, right?
Oh, I could. Yeah. See, I have a couple of options because I could go back in as enlisted. More than likely, they'd make me keep my commission because I didn't resign it. But still, depending on what they plan to do with me. If they plan on putting me back in a shooter's role or a deck role, then yeah, I couldn't be on a deck like that as I guess I would be
I'd go
Lieutenant
back
Commander.
being a cook. I would be a cook.
Yeah.
I would be
I would-
a cook again. That was the best duty in the world. That was.
It's always good to know to cook, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. When
You
you're on
know
board
it.
any ship, or for that matter, anything, it's always good to make friends with a cook.
Do you know
Like
what
that.
yes. Do you know what I
Yeah.
could get for a pound of coffee? Anything
Well,
I wanted.
Well, I can imagine.
Coffee's gold.
I used to bring the head chef at the one in Tennessee. I used to bring him marijuana. I'd bring him a bag of weed every once in a while. Man, he every time I walk in, there'd be a big old steak waiting for me.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. You take care of the cook will take care of you. There's no doubt about that.
Clara, it's different for us. So Navy gives you a lot of options. Well, boot camp sucks. You get green eggs and ham. Green eggs
Yeah.
is not real eggs. I don't know what the shit that crap is. Or shit on the shingle is one of their favorites.
Saltpeter.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit on the shingle is just ridiculous. But they actually use real bacon and stuff like that. And but when you get on the ships and get on the bases, the eggs are actually real. Yes, they
Yep.
actually use real eggs.
Yes, they are.
And they use real meat. And they well, the Nimitz had about 5,600 people when I was on it. Now
Excellent.
you
3
ate
meals a
according,
day.
yeah, you ate according to your position. Yeah. So, but they also offered you like stuff. You could go in and get a breakfast, or a quick breakfast, or like at lunch, you go get a full lunch, or you get a brown bag. Or at dinner, you could do the same thing. You go eat dinner, you get a brown bag. A brown bag is whatever sandwich and whatever shit they put in the bag.
Yep.
It could be a peanut butter and jelly. It could be a ham. It could be any damn thing.
Ham and
it's like-
cheese, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of times you get ham and cheese. Sometimes you get
Ham and
bologna.
cheese.
You just know- it was like it was a grab bag, man. You just didn't know what you were going to get. They didn't have no label on it. It was just a brown bag.
Yeah.
Box full sitting on the thing, you just grab them. Well, so people like us that were on duty or in school had something to snack on, because you don't always want to go in, sit in the cafeteria and eat. Especially if you're going in at lunch, it's busy. I tried to keep my schedules offset from mainstream stuff on bases.
Yeah.
Even
I had the best duty in the world.
it's
Do you know who gets the best food in the service though? The submarine.
Air Force and Navy.
They get the best. They're like steak and lobster every other freaking day. I'm telling you, man.
submariners eat better than anybody on a damn planet.
Well, so,
It's-
submariners,
bubbleheads.
aircraft, everyone on the aircraft carrier, and then most Air Force bases, and then most Air Force deployments, they have the best food.
Well, you know what? When I did my 4 years and I was in the Navy Reserve, we have a Air Force base out here. It's called the 9/11. And when it was my turn to do it for the month, I'd go out there and cook. And they had nice kitchens back then, man. They had really nice kitchens.
It's yeah, there's some pretty good stuff. What's that? What we got down there? Car fast. What? If you guys train for non-destructive testing in the military, you could help blow up.
Well,
Well, pretty soon we're going to be at war with Canada, so you Canadians watch out. Find a
No,
place
they
to
won't
hide.
be at war. We'll just roll over and take it over.
Nah, because China's going to be there. We're going to have to go in there and kill a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, well, if China's involved, yeah, it's a different story.
So the thing is that the indigenous,
It'll be a whole Red Dawn kind of thing, won't it?
Yeah, well, the indigenous in Canada are selling all their land to the Chinese.
Who is?
The indigenous people.
The Indians.
The Native American. The
No,
Native
indigenous in
Native
Canada.
Canadian. Native Canadians.
Wow.
They're selling all their land. The indigenous is
So
selling all their land.
their North American U.S. Indian counterparts think they're stupid for doing that. I do.
Well, Donald Trump's already told them you're not going to put troops on Canada. You want people there. You want to do this and do that. You're not putting troops there. You're definitely not bringing weapons in. He actually told Xi Jinping he would consider it an act of war if China tried to put weapons in Canada.
Do you think he's not going to?
No, we are voting for Canada 51. Oh, check it out. Carr says, no, we are voting for Canada 51.
Yeah. Well, as
So
long as
here in
Carney,
Alberta-
as long as Carney stays in there, it's going to get worse. So eventually he'll get tossed out. But Carney is Trump's fault. Pierre was going to get in, and because the conservatives were so far ahead of the liberals, it wasn't funny. But when Trump came in with all that terror shit, some reason Canadians got stupid and voted for a liberal, which they didn't want. Yeah, the liberals polling were polling like at 28%, and Trump started that shit with Carney, and I mean with tariffs, and all of a sudden, conservatives were like 30 and liberals were like 60. I don't know why. It didn't make any sense to me, but that's what happened. Well, it's other things. Trump sometimes.
She says Carnage is going to kick his ass.
Well, we're hoping he goes, man. We hope he goes away to Dodo Bird. Well, wait, what? No, Dodo Birds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's extinct. There are a lot of animals that were extinct that aren't actually extinct anymore.
Coelacanth is one of them.
And then there were some aliens that some of them that were on the edge of being extinct.
Plesiosaur may not be extinct. The depending on what Mokele Mbembe is, it's either a Brontosaurus, Diplodocus, or perhaps a offset, a very, very odd offset. It might be a Stegosaurus or it might be a Triceratops.
What was that? A Dictopopulus?
Diplodocus. It's a much larger.
I don't know, man. That's that Maryland slang talking there, buddy. It sounds
Diplodocus is just like a Brontosaurus, except for it's more waterborne. It likes to stay near water, near the shore, and it's much larger and longer.
Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about, Mike. He's crazy, man.
Look it up. Call me a liar. There's an internet. Everybody has.
We ain't calling you nothing.
I ain't calling you a liar.
Try, man. He's all touchy.
Yeah, you're like the encyclopedia of everything, dude. Come on.
No, he's mad. I was whooping his ass earlier tonight. That's all.
No. But if you don't believe me about the Diplodocus, look it up.
Oh, I don't. When it comes to things like that, you never know what's going on out there. I don't challenge stuff like that because you never know. There's been too many weird shit seen in South America and Africa and other places. Now, you know what's funny? If you go back and read some old Chinese writings and even some early European writings, you hear things about what they thought were dragons, which was probably some type of dinosaur, but still, there were enough sightings of them around in several countries, but then there wasn't anymore. They were all killed. I guess.
Dragons exist, John. Dragons.
Not these kind of dragons. Not anymore. They don't. I think man wiped them out.
Oh, sorry, I got it backwards. The Diplodocus is actually smaller and slender than the Brontosaurus. So it goes in order: size large to big. Diplodocus, Brontosaurus, and then
small and slender. Oh my God, dude!
I know he's talking that stuff, man. It's not a porn show, man. I'm telling you.
It's an actual creature. Look it up. I'm not making this up.
But the way you're pronouncing it, Jay.
Diplodocus. What's wrong? That's what it's called. Here, look. How would you pronounce it? I'll put it up.
Is it DIP or DIC?
DIP.
Okay.
Because it sounds like you were saying DIC. That's all. That's why he's giving.
Well, I can't help that you guys have wax in your ears.
Diplodocus, huh?
How the fuck is that my fault that you guys can't hear what I'm saying?
Oh man. What's that, Denise? We just have fun on here. We can't help ourselves. No, we're going to be going to break in about 7 minutes, but
there, you pronounce it. That's the word right there. You pronounce it.
Diplodocus.
Diplodocus.
Yeah, because the D, right? Diplodocus. You got to put the D in there. Yeah. So if you leave the yeah, he's good. Yeah. I know it sounds like he said Diplodocus, but
it's the Brontosaurus family. It's the smaller version. The next one up is Brontosaurus, and the larger version of Brontosaurus is Apatosaurus.
Okay, don't make me laugh.
Mad. Don't
make me laugh, people. My allergies are bad. Oh man, they'll kill me. I don't know what we're playing. We haven't even talked about it. Jay and I played some good stuff in the beginning. Then we got to watch Baby Trump fight with Hillary Clinton.
Oh God!
Well, first we seen him with what? Eating ice cream, right, with Joe Biden. Joe Biden called the White House.
Joe Biden was calling in for some weed.
Got the White House instead. Mm-hmm. It's well, they came up with a lot of information on him and Hunter lately. Phew, Lord, I don't know if they're gonna do anything about it. So they got information from Bromista now that proves that they both were paid $5 million each, but the letter says they were paid, but the money went to Hunter and to Biden's family. It didn't actually go to Biden. So he thinks he's on that thing, but Biden's the one.
Didn't go to Biden. Come on.
But Biden's the one who sat there on television and said, Well, I've got 6 hours before I have to leave. If this prosecutor isn't fired, you don't get the $1 billion. And whoever the leader was at the time said, well, no, Brock said, he said, I don't care what Brock said. He ain't going to give you $1 billion unless you do this. So guys, this was such a big crime because remember, Hunter Biden was under investigation. So was Burmispa. He stopped an active investigation.
If I'm not mistaken, Hunter Biden is still under investigation.
Not anymore because what's his name gave him immunity.
I thought they put him back under investigation or something.
Maybe they did. I don't know. It's
I thought A, they revoked his immunity, and B,
that's what they said they did, but I'm not sure what's going on with all of it because I haven't heard anything officially said.
Well, but essentially what I've been gathering over the last maybe 3-4 days is that maybe next week, maybe the week after, Pam Bondi's going to be drawing charges up in arrest warrants for Clinton, Obama, probably Bill Clinton on top of Hillary, which he has been on top of her for years. But
Jay, honest to God, when I
it's
see
looking
it,
like they're going to get
I
arrested.
will believe it.
I will too. I'll be shocked. But it's
When I
it's
see
looking like
it,
they're going
then I'll
to get ready
believe
to
it.
draw papers for these people's arrest. Comey too, is it going to be part of that? I think.
Brennan,
They've already pulled in.
Brennan.
They've already pulled Comey back in for more investigation. So, it's back on.
So what you see, they tossed that woman out of Congress today for ethics. She got 25.
Which one was that, Joe?
I can't think of it. Wait, say that again, Jay.
It's a black woman. Yeah, she was getting thrown out of the Congress for ethics violations, and then someone on the Democrats said, "Oh, we want due process. We want due process." She's having due process through the Senate, you idiot. This is how you do things.
So no, I understand why he said that. So usually how this works is it goes to the criminal case first, then it goes through the Congress. But this was such a bad breach that both parties agreed that she needed to go. Because the Democrats voted to get her out too. Well, a lot of them did because I forgot what she did. Was stealing FEMA money or food stamp money or something.
Something like $10 million in some sort of FEMA or something like that kind of funds.
What's that, Robbie? No, I'll be out in LA. The boys will be hosting while I'm gone. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'll probably stop in and see them, but still, Well, Friday nights because Thursday nights is the gala night there. So Friday night I'll probably stop in and see them, and then Saturday I don't know what day I'm leaving, so I'll have to look and see what April's schedule is. But
yeah, Friday nights Sean will be doing his famous all nude pole dance.
Yeah, it's famous too, ladies. Y'all just got to see it. I mean, it's infamously famous.
Did you get? Is the ice sculpture ready? You gonna have it on time? The ice sculpture's got to be there too.
So Friday.
The ice sculpture just makes everything look bigger.
I might drop in and see y'all on the 11th, and then I will be leaving on the 11th. Okay, I mean on the 18th. All right. I'll be down there for about 9 days, Jackie. Yeah. Wreaking trouble all over the place. Yes. Harassing people, kicking them and stuff. I really enjoy the time down there. I have a lot. I'm actually quite good friends with a lot. I miss these people when I don't get to see them. They're almost family now. It's usually I see them a couple times a year because I go to FanX and I go to Dragon Con and stuff like that. But I haven't had the ability to go do it. I'm gonna try to go to Dragon Con this year. Maybe we can drug these ugly two bastards down with us. It's well, if I remember to apply for press passes early, I'll probably get a couple of them. But I can get John to get me in because they get X amount of passes for winners. No, he's actually quite good friends with the owners of both these conferences. Yeah. Y'all can look the name up yourself. I'm not going to mention it on air because I don't know if they wanted me to or not. The owner of Dragon Con was cracking me up a year before last. Him and I and his buddy were having lunch. And man, he had, and I'm not a big fan of tomato soup, right? And this soup was like, God, this shit smells good. I said, man, I go to the grill. So I order me a bowl of this. And he's like, the guy owns it, Dragon Con. He's like, no, eat. I said, I'm not going to eat your soup. He wouldn't leave me alone. So I finally ate his soup. It was good too. It was, he's a cool guy though. He's a nice old guy. And the guy who runs FanX, he's got this great jacket with all these tunes on the inside of his coat. It's cool as hell. Well, he owns a couple of them. He owns FanX. I think he owns the one in Tampa. I think he owns 4 of them, that guy. I know. I wish we could put one together ourselves and put one up there in Pittsburgh.
That'd be nice.
It's
We got the convention center. Yep.
They well, just when you do things like this, Jack, just how you want to look at this. The reason they put Dragon Con in Atlanta is because Atlanta is the major airport in the United States now. Everybody goes through it, and flights are cheaper to get there. So a lot of hotels, a lot of businesses. And Atlanta's a little more modern city than New York or Los Angeles. It's a newer city. And it was a small city when they were at their peak. Now it's a big city.
Well, I hear it's hell driving through Atlanta. Is that true?
It depends what time of day it is.
Yes and no.
Yeah, it all depends on the time.
It's their rush hour is, it's like 4 lanes on, I think it's 695 is the number, but it's like 3 or 4 lanes, and they all go like 65, 75, 85 miles an hour, and it's bumper to bumper. If you can stay 85 miles an hour and stay up with that traffic and not hit anybody directly in front of you behind you, you're okay. But as soon as you slow down to 55 or 65, they will honk at you. They will run you over if you slow down.
Yeah. When we're going up to my sister's, when you come through and you go through under the airport. Yeah, Jack, under the airport, the road goes over the planes actually land on top of the road you're driving on.
Yes,
it's
really neat.
Yeah, so you'll be driving along, you're seeing this plane coming down, and you're thinking, oh shit, and you're going underneath the tunnel, and you hear top the thing, you're like, holy shit. Yeah, I've seen it a couple times, but when you go through there and you come around the other side, if it's like 8:30, 9 in the morning, it's going to be packed. If it's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, it's going to be packed. But
it's the world's busiest airport.
Yeah, but it only usually takes about 20 minutes to get through that, and then it's clear sailing again.
When they're fully staffed, yes. Right now, probably.
Oh no, I was talking about the highways. I wasn't even talking about the airport. Oh no, so they showed Atlanta. We featured Atlanta last night. Remember, lines were less than 15 minutes.
Well, that's because they had ice there helping too.
Yeah. So, but that's the other thing. Ice. Good.
Oh, I was just going to say Columbus, Ohio is a crazy place to drive through. It really is. If you miss that exit, you're done. You're all the way done. You have to travel all the way into almost to Cincinnati before you can turn around.
Yeah, it's all the way to Texas before you can turn around and go make that mistake. Yeah, fix that mistake. I've done that. And Ohio's roads, for someone who's, most people up there are used to the weather, their roads are terrible. I mean, you would think that they would have them fixed up before the winter hits, but they're, you have to wait for the winter just so it'll fill up with ice, so it won't be as bumpy.
Speaking of Ohio,
I was raised in Louisiana, man. Every road's got holes in it.
With Zanesville,
the holes, you have to wait for the ice to come, so it'll fill up the hole and stay icy throughout the wintertime, so we won't be bumpy.
Yeah, bumpy no matter what.
Oh, the hell! I just said it's so crazy. Oh, Zanesville, Ohio, crazy.
I haven't been there. I don't think I've been to Youngstown.
I'm not allowed.
And I've been to Canton and Canfield and Boardman.
I got the governor's wife pregnant with 3 kids, and I was banned. They said you can't come back. I was like, "What do you mean I can't come back? I want to see my kids." Nope, sorry.
That's why he's pissed that we found out kid number 4 is actually his.
Yes, it's just a sad thing, people. What can you say? Micah, what you got? Who's pregnant? I haven't heard anything about any of Michelle's kids being pregnant. That was just gross. I am not even going to repeat that. I could have. She said the youngest daughter got pregnant by her mama.
Oh, geez.
Well, you see lots of pictures with Michelle got something like she's hung to her knees. Let me tell you what, Kirby, if that thing is real, that girl got a thing that's 14 inches long.
Who are we talking about here?
Michelle Obama.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a comedian last night we were playing when she said about that, gay Muslim in New York, and she was talking about Barack. It's we all thought she's talking about whatever his name is,
Mamdani.
Mangani Huwunko. He's already in trouble. New Yorkers are already like, what did we do?
Yeah.
And then the 911 commission is like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Even New Yorkers are kind of, but you know what? Now fair New Yorkers, I'm not going to hate on y'all because you were screwed. You were doomed any way this was going. You could have got Eric Adams, which you would have probably done better with him because Trump liked Eric, but he was a fucking idiot. And then Como, really Como's a homo, man. Get out of here. We don't want Como. It's even his brother said he's an idiot.
Well, plus he already failed it at once.
So you had those two idiots, and then of course you got this guy who's the lesser of three evils. But there was no real candidate there. No, they're 14 billion over budget. He's talking about raising property taxes and a couple other taxes. Yeah. A couple of them he said he was going to raise. The governor said, no, you're not. Well, he's not the governor. He's the mayor, so he doesn't have quite as much power as she does.
She's up Six Creek without a freaking paddle.
Yeah, she's in trouble too.
Yeah, she don't look like she's going to get reelected, but I never count on Dems not to get reelected. So, Jeremy Broussard, where you been hiding? I ain't heard seen you in forever. You in Corpus Christi? How's it out there? Nice? Beach nice? Weather nice? I ain't been to Corpus in a while, yeah. 4 or 5 years. Oh, you out? Oh, y'all out UFO hunting tonight? Y'all see anything good? No, because if y'all want, but we're on live television, so yeah, I didn't think she would. Big chicken shit she is. Well, if y'all see anything, just hit me up and I'll drop you right into the system. I'll send you a StreamYard link in a minute, and if y'all run across something, just text me and I'll drop you in. You can pop right into the green room and we can throw you right in. Well, we used to do that a lot in the old days. We'd have ongoing investigations a lot. We will eventually again. I've just been being lazy lately. Well, while I'm in LA, most of that'll be broadcast live.
Same here. I am going to go out in the summertime and get back into investigating myself. I have to. I got to get out of this rut.
I'm going to start a harem paranormal. Yes, Joe's harem paranormal.
Harem.
My paranormal harem, yeah. I even know which 10 I'm going to get.
That's funny. What are you going to do? Set it up in the cemetery and let the girls go out and do it?
That's right. They're going to do all the work.
That's funny.
I know a lot of people in the paranormal field. Yeah. Way too many, actually. These days, I know more people in paranormal field than I know in ufology. And, it's all the same thing. Paranormal, ufology is paranormal. They just don't.
There's a lot of categories to it. I mean,
no, there's a lot of stuck-up people in the UFO paranormal.
Yeah, well, that's true. I know because I'm one of them. But I think you paranormal people are weird, man. I'm just telling you.
UFO people are weird, man. I mean, UFO people are weird. They are.
UFO people are cute.
No, they're not.
UFO people are weird, but those people are cute.
Hey, Jay, now listen to me. Here's what blows me away about UFO people, especially MUFON. And I know Joe don't like MUFON.
Oh, no,
but what I'm saying is, okay, I'm in Pittsburgh and I call MUFON or whoever and say, hey, I just saw a UFO flying over my head. And in a split second, it's gone. And they come out and investigate it. How? How can you investigate something that's up in the air?
Well, you got lucky because usually they don't even mess with that kind of stuff. They're like, whatever. That's somebody who is either new or bored. So criteria, MUFON, even mostly MUFON still does it. It's you don't sign an investigator until you know. First, you got to know the story is credible or the source is credible. And then, because we used to get calls like, oh, I seen this flashing red light cruising along. It's bobbing. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. And we could even go out and see it. But what is it going to do for us? Nothing, because it's a flashing red light that we have no clue what it is, where it is, how it is. It's useless. We always categorize anything anybody reports so it can go in the database, but it doesn't mean anything because there's no other information attached to it. And MUFON had gotten really bad about that for a long time. And MUFON wouldn't even
corroborative evidence, verifiable corroborative evidence. It really boils down to he said, she said, I said.
Well, I had to use ufology to beat MUFON over the head to get them to do abduction investigations. They refused in the beginning. And
I agree with you, Kara.
What did Kara say?
Kara says normal people are weird. Weird people are normal.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when you hear everybody say paranormal. Well, it's only para because the person who's saying it doesn't understand what it is.
It's what it means. It's beyond and above normal.
But that's
ways of perceiving things.
But that's because the person looks at it that way. We don't know if it's above normal.
Yeah.
It's for a lot of paranormal people, it's just normal everyday shit. So it's not really paranormal. So it all comes down to the eye of the beholder. And to some guy who works a 9-to-5 job and you know he goes out into the park and doesn't really do anything else, takes his kids places, he'll probably know nothing about any of this. He'd just be lost in this conversation.
Yep.
What do you mean believe? There's no believing in ufology. You either know ET is real or you don't. We're not talking about God. You believe in God. You don't believe in extraterrestrials. And there's a lot of words like that.
That's a whole new subject.
Then
I found out that aliens are demons, Joe.
That's what people want you to think. But why would a demon want a spaceship? And why weren't they using them 10,000 years ago?
Yeah.
I agree.
Because they're not. It's
I'm just sharing information.
Well, no, that was so a good friend.
Well,
of mine.
they know they answered. I mean, that's a good question. They actually asked that. You know, what is it? Star Trek: The Undiscovered Country when the Kirk's ship gets taken by Spock's brother, and they go and find God, and McCoy's like, "You're going to card God," and Kirk's like, "Yeah, I'm going to card God. What the hell does God need with a spaceship?" You know, so it's the same exact thing. It's the same quandary. Well, you know, what do these exact beings need with this advanced stuff if they don't already have some sort of control over this universe?
Yeah. So, well, no, Jack, that's what he's saying. I mean, you know, advanced aliens aren't going to need that kind of shit. No, our demons aren't going to need spaceships. I mean, demons can just do whatever the hell they want anyway.
Precisely. Yeah. I mean, why would that's what Kirk's, battle was with this thing pretending to be God. So what does God need with a spaceship? I want to meld with it so he can go out and be whatever. He wasn't God. He was some other being. That's how he found out.
Just because
what I don't know about that, Car. She says there are galactic demons. Those are called malevolent.
I've never seen a galactic demon. I know there's a big argument on can demons leave Earth because according to most things, they're earthbound. That's
Thanks
the
for
reason
sharing
they're.
that, Car.
You don't know why. You know why demons are earthbound, right?
They don't have space to leave the planet.
Well, because they don't want to leave the planet, but because one day the planet's going to be destroyed and they're all going to get tossed into the flame. So they don't want them. They're not going to let them go off world. Because people say, well, can't they be attachments and hang on to you like that? I don't think they once they break the gravity or break into space, I think it just sends them right back to the planet and says, no, you're not going anywhere. Well, we've never had any demons in the space station.
But then that means this is like a prison planet or a
just for
punishment
them.
planet.
No, just for demons. Not for us. We can leave. They just can't leave.
Yes, they
Can
can.
we?
But
Can we leave? We can't leave.
Yeah,
Only
we've
if-
already left.
that's a good normal, Car. It's cool.
We've
I
been
can
off the
leave.
planet. Yeah,
I
well,
haven't been off the planet.
I'm waiting
Well,
until we
I can't
lose
help that,
gravity in August. Did you hear about that one?
oh man,
And
What
we're
now?
going to lose.
Why are we losing?
We're going to
gravity?
lose 7 seconds of gravity. That's the new. That is the new one out. That we're not going to have gravity for 7 seconds. It's a new
Whoa.
conspiracy. It's
Yeah,
in
it's gonna
August.
be. That'll be the end of the world as we know it.
Well, what will happen? What would
Well,
happen?
no- 7 seconds of no gravity, you'd have buildings floating off. They would leave their foundations,
Not all of them.
and a lot of them would, and then they would fall back down and land on top of other buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 seconds of zero gravity is a nightmare. Anything that's not really seriously bolted down.
So,
is
was
gonna
that
get
seriously
airborne.
going to happen? I mean, I have not heard.
And
of that.
even if by some miracle all the buildings stay, which some of them are, but if they all do, none of the people are unless they're in the buildings. Because anybody outside, guess what? You're now in space. or so high up in the air when the gravity comes back on, you're getting mushed when you hit the ground.
You'll splatter, yeah.
Any way it goes, it ain't going to be a friendly. What is this one? Oh, we might have to watch this one. Hold on. What's this one? Have we done the con one yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, shut up. Dude. We don't care about it.
Put it up.
I'm getting ready to put it up right now. Baby Trump mentions, wait, what's this? Baby Trump mentions Pearl Harbor to Japan. Yeah. Oh, shit. We might have to watch that. Baby Trump celebrates St. Patrick's Day with Biden.
We saw that.
We saw that.
Yeah,
one.
Earth will not lose gravity for 7. That's what I see here.
Yeah, Baby Trump gives Melania the worst gift ever. I don't know if I want to see that.
On August 12th.
Okay, let's see. What was I doing? I was putting the song on. Shit, I forgot completely what the hell I was doing. All right, guys, we're going to take a break for 5 or 6 minutes. Sean will probably play a couple of promos when we get back, maybe 1 or 2, and because we don't want to get in too much of our time. But go get a drink, smoke a joint, slap your wife, slap your husband,
go to the bathroom.
Yeah, spit on your dog. Who knows? It's you spit on my dog, I will shoot you. Yes.
No, your dog will bite their little ankles, man.
What's that movie? I think it's got I think it's the guy from the Honeymooners, and every time he spits tobacco, there's a dog. Jackie Gleason. And every time he spits his tobacco, he hits some dog on the ground on the floor, but standing behind him.
Who was that? I don't think that was Jackson. Who was that? Oh shit!
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't.
Running gag throughout the movie. He goes.
I can't see their
face.
I can't see their face, but I know who you're talking about. It's not Jackie, though. It's somebody else. But damn,
maybe it's Clint Eastwood.
So it might be. You know what? It might be Clint. It might be.
Might be Clint Eastwood. Might be one of the Dollar series where he goes, and there's that dog, and then he shoots some more back, and he goes, and there's that dog.
I think you're right because I do remember him sitting on a horse and spitting on the dog. Oh, Johnny, I'm sorry. I know y'all can be sniffing every once in a while. Yeah, my sinuses are screwed. When we get in the night, I'm just gonna take that bottle and go and probably drown myself. It's gonna be down here for a couple of weeks. I actually thought about leaving and going and staying with some friends or something. It's harsh. Everything is yellow. It's just like that. But anyway, let's put this song on and see what this is.
So green.
Is it Sunday morning? Here it's Saturday it's Saturday for another 4 hours. And then it's Sunday.
Oh, hey, look, there's a giant big UFO behind Sean. You see it?
Oh, yeah, man.
A big yellow circle right behind Sean in between the buildings.
That's the city of Pittsburgh on a full moon night.
Yeah, but what's that thing in the middle there?
A moon.
Oh, looks like a UFO to me.
Yeah, man, looks like a UFO, man. What you talking about, moon, man?
It's like a giant hollowed out Death Star of a satellite moon planet thing. It's not a moon.
It's a moon, man. It's a moon.
What did Luke say? It's not a moon. It's a space station. That's not a space station.
No, it's my rendition. It's my rendition of Mars. Okay, so there.
Mars not that cute.
Mars
I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it. Okay. Anyway, let's put this song on. Where the hell did I lose this song at?
And then I'll play 3 ads.
Yeah, 3 works. Yeah, that works for me. Add the stage. There we go.
I added it to stage, then you took it out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, let's expand it here. So what we got here, Club Enterprise.
Oh, I think I don't know if we did see this.
We saw that last night.
With Khan's Wrath of Fever. I don't know. I don't remember seeing this, man. I
don't think you saw this one.
Okay, here we go, guys and girls. 3 minutes. So bam, here we go. Poo, poo, poo. Hey, Doc. I remember this one.
Princess Kambata.
That's one of them Delta chicks, huh?
It's getting hot. Club Enterprise is the galaxy spot. Mirror balls shine. Popcorn thump. The villain's here, and he's got fun. When the Kirk struts in, gold trim and flare. Swagger so smooth, hot in the air. Spock's got a rhythm, cool and tight. Dancing in your delight. See the hoorah glide with the starlit spin, singing beats from deep within. The cons in white with a devilish grin. Setting up the
That's you, Laura.
What the hell is that? Tom?
Fever can't be denied. He came to dance, not just collide. Genesis flames and groove rebirth, and Savik stepping with disco worth. And 7 of 9 breaks through the haze, 4 in sync with the strobe light blaze. Kobayashi Maru, she shrugs with sass on this dance floor. Everyone pass.
Okay, Charlie, you look weird.
She's cute.
The fever, wild and free.
She's weird.
He's got Kurt caught in a dance off free. From space sea to this funky time, the final frontier's got a disco shine.
She's a swat. I want to behave, believe.
Fever, ooh, fever, God's breath of fever. Who's got the fever? Fever, God's breath of fever. Who's got the fever? Fever, God's breath of fever.
Fly, but disappear.
What the hell?
Good, dude.
Sorry about that. Where did that came from?
Hold on, 2 more.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation.
Hello, people of Earth. 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 What is with these people of Earth shit? People, calm down already. All right, where are we at? There we are. Welcome back, you bunch of freako weirdos from God knows where. What was that? What do you mean? We've been talking about nothing? Have you not paid attention to what kind of show this is? It's like Seinfeld. A lot of times we talk about nothing. No, we're talking about something, but nothing. We talked a little bit about food. We talked a little politics. We talked about being probed, just in general. Talked about my new
Not wrong
hair.
with being probed. I like being probed.
Nothing. We're not going there now, people. Oh, you know what, Kirby? I did hear that. Matter of fact, I was telling Linda about that. It's so I can't remember his name now. One of the newscasters in NBC, one of the big ones, said, I heard we're taking back the word queer. As far as I know, it's only been said on our shows. I haven't heard it anywhere else but here. Yeah.
When did they say this?
It was was it today? It was no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was today. It was actually yesterday's show, but I seen it today. It's well, Jeannie, I watch it. So I got this thing set up on I don't know. I had it set up on my YouTube. So the way my YouTube is set up, there's 10, 12, anyways, 10 or 12, maybe 14 news shows. Not news shows, but news networks that I watch. And I'll just click it and go. No, it was live. I couldn't go back or anything. No, I just caught it out of random. I wasn't even actually really wasn't even watching. I was doing something else when I heard it and I looked up.
Well, let me ask you this question, Joe. By watching all the news channels, do you get depressed?
No, because I'm not letting myself. I'm looking for them for the shows, so I'm picking and choosing stuff. I'm not harping on things, and I don't always, not all the articles we do are bad either.
But I am noticing two things now. We're getting recognized for minor things. Like, so number one, was it right after Kamala took over, and we started reading the polls. We started reading Kamala's first week. She started on like a Monday and went like Monday through Friday. And Friday we did the show. We did her numbers. As soon as we read her numbers off, I was like, wait a minute, they sound exactly like Joe's. We went back and we read Joe's numbers from last week, and they were exactly the same. We exposed the lie that they were padding the numbers for Joe and her, period. And then NBC on TV mentioned that the next week, or that next Friday or Saturday after we mentioned it. That was the first kudos. Then we were told something. What else was the next one we did? It was something very similar to that. We did. We mentioned. I guess it must have been the queer one. Was we said we're taking the word queer back, and then they're giving us they're sending us a certificate for saying we give excellent unopinionated news.
Yeah, they were talking about our news segments, not our opinion sections, because we do have them, but they said our news sections are impeccable because we only give people the news. They said that, and they like the way we do it because we give people the news, and then later on we'll come back and talk about the news. Sometimes we'll talk about the story right then, but sometimes we'll do 4 or 5 or 6 stories, and we'll talk a little bit about it, and then we'll stop, and then we'll kind of go back over them again. Mm-hmm. And they like the fact that we do that, and we segment the difference. People know that it's our opinion versus the news story. And because somebody asked me one time, he said, well, I heard you read the story out and then you said blah blah this, blah blah that, and it's blah blah that. And I said, well, yeah. I said, that's how I felt about it. I said, but we have multiple hosts and we don't always agree. I said, we agree on a lot of stuff, but we don't always agree. I said, so it's good to present the stories for what they are, and then we just talk about it. And that, and what's his name? Wes Morrison says that our hosts are very well informed. Very balanced educations, meaning that we can draw from a lot of sources at any given time.
Yeah,
that was a big compliment because there's a lot of hosts on the air, and a lot of people can't do that. They can read out of off a script, or they can read off of a teleprompter, or they can do a rehearsed show. But what we do is not as easy as people think it is.
It isn't hard. It's not easy. And I'll be honest with you guys. There's times that I have to go to AI and read off the AI because, I get lost for words, and well, everybody, you got to realize too, though, my show is totally different from the chat and News on the Flip Side.
Yeah, he does dating services.
Yeah. I talk political on Sundays, and Tuesdays are hardcore.
Hardcore, is that the ghost dating evening is Tuesdays?
Yeah, that's the hardcore one.
Michelle says she's gonna kick y'all's ass if she don't see y'all on camera.
Okay. Or is that?
Well, if she says it's okay for us to do naughty things on camera, we would not
You
have to
know
turn
what,
cameras
Jay?
on.
I would not talk back to Michelle.
You can't have it both ways. I can't smoke a cigarette if I can't put it on TV or
That's
have
right.
the camera on. So I mean,
Oh, don't tell her that. You shouldn't be smoking for 2 hours, man. I can hear her answer already. Who told that? Mike told her that one time. She said, "What? You can't do without a cigarette for 2 hours?" Mike was like, "Shit." I started laughing.
I actually smoke more when I'm on the show.
Yeah, I used to too. In all fairness, when I first started doing radio, I'd smoke to a show. Actually, to be honest, I would smoke about half and burn about half. I looked down, half the cigarette was gone.
That's why. That's why I vape with what I vape
That's
with.
why the station rules always been can't be doing anything on camera. So sometimes we click off a can. What do you mean, Jimmy? Why are we don't do it? Well, it's not that cigarettes aren't illegal and marijuana is not illegal, and this isn't a child-rated station. This is really a 21 and over station. All of our things say it's adult station, so it's not like it's that. It's more about we don't want people focusing. Yeah, we don't want people focusing on someone smoking instead of what we're actually talking about. Because we used to get lots of complaints, and it wasn't always complaints. Sometimes it was complaints. Sometimes it was like, he was blowing rings and smoking out his nose and. It was a complete distraction from. I don't even know who they were talking about that day. Could have been me, as far as I know.
Probably me.
It was, but they said whatever it was a complete distraction from what they were saying, and I was like, "Yeah, I can kind of understand that." So we changed the rules around a little bit for that. But I mean, we're not restricted. I mean, we don't tell anybody what they can say. I mean, we had to on YouTube during COVID because we didn't have a choice. But nowadays, what's that, Carol? No, we try to. Carly, I'm sorry. This show walks the edge more than any other shows do, mainly because I own the network and I can, get away with a little bit more. But we're pretty good. All three of us are pretty good about watching. It's not what we're saying. We can say whatever the hell we want. It's sometimes what we're playing can get us in trouble. Like fucking one of my favorite groups ever, Metallica. I don't even listen to anymore because fuckers. Anytime we put them on a show, it's like boom, man. We get thrown off everything. YouTube, Facebook, X, that just. And so we don't even fuck with them anymore.
They're assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss hearing Sandman. It's bites. But what can you do? Are we gonna win the war? Yeah, we're gonna win the war. You know what? Let me rephrase that. Hey, Kevin. So let me rephrase that, man. We're gonna win the war. Are we gonna free Iran is the question. So right now, Trump said just the other day, if they can do a deal where there's no nuclear weapons, no ballistic missiles, a couple other things, and we have complete access to everything, then he may let this regime stay. If not, they're just going to keep bombing them like they did Iraq until there's just nothing left. And we're just going to roll in there and take everything over just like we did in Iraq. I don't want us to put troops on the ground if we don't have to. Well,
now going after that island, Joe, that would be considered when we put the Marines on. Would that be considered boots?
Yeah, it's going to be considered boots on the ground. And the argument now is it's going to be 2,000, 3,000, 8,000, 5,000. There's a big argument how many are going to be there because technically there's 10,000 Marines floating around out there now. Nobody knows where they are anymore. And some of them are already on land, staying in other countries like Saudi Arabia and Qatar and stuff like that, hotels and stuff. You can bet your ass Iranians know. Can they reach him is what it is. And if the Houthis are stupid enough to kill an American, God help them.
Yeah, they're done. Yeah. If they do that, they're done. Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, it's bad enough they're going to have to contend with Israel. And they should learn after what happened to Hamas, don't fuck with Israel. Oh, no. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, Mark. So the general, the guy who runs NATO, a while back, he'd come unglued on at the UN. At the meeting, at the EU meeting. And the other day, he just told them, he said, I'm going to tell you this again. You cannot defend the EU without America. And if you want to try, first thing you got to do is increase your spending in your country to 10% and 10% to NATO. So that's a 20% increase. Nobody in Europe can afford that. And he said, America spends that's like it's chump change, and y'all are going to whine and bitch and moan, but without it, we will be vulnerable. If the United States chooses not to defend us, we're screwed. He said, we'll probably get invaded within the next year if that happens. If Trump goes on TV and tells Russia and China, look, we're not going to defend Europe, have your way. They're screwed. They can't, and the NATO guys told them, you keep being cocky, you keep being stupid, and America's just going to cut you off. And now Trump's talking about he wants to be repaid for the $150 trillion Europe owes us since World War II. Yeah, Jackson, what they're doing is they're taking all the spending we did in World War II, all the spending we did in Europe, all the money we spent rebuilding Europe, all the money we spent up until now, and then tacking on 60 years of interest, 80 years of interest. Yeah, $150 trillion. With late payments and all, $150 trillion. Yeah, I think Europe is worth $36 trillion. Yeah, so they're effectively bankrupt. What are they going to tell us? Fuck you, America. And then we're going to say, really? Don't sail on any ocean because we're going to put you on the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
You're now confined to Europe and nowhere else. We're not scared of it. Not even a little bit. They could, come on, we just talked about this. They couldn't fucking UK couldn't even get a boat out to save their own island. They had to call fucking France. And even France had a hard time getting it out there.
Anyone out there listening, look, you have Google, you have whatever search engine is your favorite. Look up Mark Rutte. I think his last name is spelled Rutte. He has been saying repeatedly for the last, 6 weeks that they cannot, NATO, UN, Europe cannot survive without America. They will not survive without America. He has said that without any kind of compunction. He's not trying to probe anyone's ass. He's not trying to lick anyone's ass. Yeah, okay, he's a big Trump fan. So what? But that doesn't mean he isn't wrong. And if people don't listen to him very soon, if Europe and particularly England can't even get a goddamn boat off their goddamn island, they're landlocked. I mean, come on, what are you going to do? Use airplanes only? Well, Jesus Christ. If Russia comes over right now, and if Russia does right now what Hitler did in 1936, if the Blitzkrieg into Europe, he would have all of Europe and England within the next week, within the end of next week. Guarantee you.
Well, that's if he can get through. See, getting to Europe is different. He's got to get through Poland and all of them, the Warsaw Pact, and they're going to fight. They're ready to fight. Europe might not be ready to fight, but them fucking countries. Poland wants to go to war now. Japan wants to go to war now. Fuckers.
Yes.
So, and Germany's got a space plane, but other than that, they're screwed. They just don't have what it takes.
No.
When's the last?
If he gets past, what are those countries? Turkey, Poland, and Czechoslovakia. I think if he gets through those are the ones that are ready to fight. If Putin blitzkrieg through those three, what's behind won't stand up against him.
Yeah, so he's gonna have a hard time getting through.
Fall like a goddamn cookie.
England's going to be hard to take their territory, but keeping them isolated will be easy.
If they can't launch a naval vessel to help Trump police a little tiny strait out of the end of the Persian Gulf, then yeah, they're fucked.
But their island is full of missiles. So their little tiny island is full of missile launchers.
Yeah,
so they may not be able to get out and help anybody, but you're gonna have a hard time taking them because they're gonna.
You also got to remember.
Yeah, but you can isolate them. So, like you said,
but Jay, you got to realize that there is a sub base up there in Scotland.
Well, yeah, there are several across. I mean, you guys know about the Geoke Gap. We have that place very well protected, I think, with our submarines. The Geoke Gap, Greenland, Iceland, UK Gap.
No, yeah, but that base at least replenishes at least 4 boomers and at least 2 fast attacks daily.
So yeah, we'll always have something around there to watch over them.
But I will not tell people where it's located.
Yeah, and we've opened a couple of new we've shut some down. We've opened some new underwater facilities. There was an island where we used to have this raggedy. It was a big subtendon base, but it was raggedy piece of crap. They closed it down, blew it all up, cleaned it all out, and are now building this really fine modern one there. But they won't tell you where it's at. No, they won't tell you where it's at. All they tell you is it's in one of the oceans. They won't even tell you what oceans it's And, but you can't.
Well, guess what? There's only one ocean. It just has different names in different places.
Yeah, well, I kind of agree with that, but they say it's different because of the continents and the water.
It's the ocean you can get to. It's one body of water. It's salinity. It's salinity, and the life forms that are populated in various regional areas does change from place to place. Yes, the name of it changes from regional place to place. Yes, but it is one friggin' ocean. Sorry. Hate to burst anyone's bubble. We do not have seven seas.
Do you guys know how you know that you're in the Mediterranean?
20 more minutes.
Because you can see the bottom and your hair, the back on your hair grows thicker.
No, because when you go through the Straits of Gibraltar, which is gorgeous, and you see the Rock of Gibraltar, that's the start of the Mediterranean Sea if you're coming in from the Atlantic.
Carl, I seen a UFO ant land on the Nimitz. Yeah, right on the deck, front deck. It was so heavy it made the ship do this.
What? I never saw.
Yeah. Actually, this is something that when I went and testified that I talked about, but no, Jack, it's not what I'm talking about. No, not like that. Anyway, no, you're getting confused. So when I was,
I haven't, Car. I haven't. Well, to be honest with Carpus, she says, have we seen anything beyond weird? I did not because I wasn't looking for it because I really didn't know what I was looking for.
Well,
my concern was getting drunk, to be honest with you.
And feeding however many sailors were on the
So I think it was in 1983 aboard the USS Nimitz in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, Ronald Reagan came out for an inspection aboard the ship. He landed, his plane landed, actually his helicopter landed, and he got off. 15 minutes later, what appeared to be a large silver saucer landed on the front part of the carrier, and it was so heavy that it actually made the ass end of the carrier lift. Not out of the water, but lift. Carrier's extremely heavy, and the ass end's got the engines in it, so I'm amazed that it did it. There was multiple witnesses to it. They cleared the deck. They even cleared the hangars because the hangars had cameras, or had screens in there with cameras on deck. But there's cameras all over a flight deck, by the way, Gene. They're everywhere. And some of them you can watch from in the hangar. Some you have to be in the conning tower, but they're all over the place.
Yeah, the briefing room for the pilots, those cameras are there.
Yeah, so anyway, when I was flight deck captain that day, so I was a shooter, so I cleared the deck because I got the order, came over my earpiece, and I cleared the deck. So I'm, the guy who clears the deck's the last guy off the deck. That's just the way it works. So I get right down, I hop on the elevator. As I'm going down, I see this thing, and I'm like, okay. But I couldn't completely see it until I got down into the hangar and seen it on the camera. And it was gorgeous. Whatever it was gorgeous. So was it an alien? Was it not an alien? That's a big argument because a couple of the guys said they seen what appeared to be two tall aliens that came walking out, which people would consider to be grays now. And then they came out and they met somebody at the conning tower. There's a steel door goes into the tower. And they opened the tower up. They met somebody there, and then
it would be the XO, I would imagine.
Yeah. So then some security came out, and the president and two other people came out and went on board the craft, and were there for hours. And then came back, got in the ship. The thing left, and not 30 minutes after that, the president left. But was it? It's a true story. What actually is it? I couldn't tell you. Was it an alien? I didn't see an alien. I did see what appeared to be a very large saucer.
What'd you do with the planes that were on deck?
They were on the backside. They'd been pulled back down and strapped off in the back. And I was wondering why they were storm strapping them. And I was like, what the hell? Because
it was going to get lifted.
Yeah, because obviously they knew the weight. We didn't. And when a carrier moves like that, it sends shit flying all over inside of it, even if it's battened down. It's it got a little crazy, but we
I'll bet you the chef's galley got all discombobulated.
You just don't know about that. I'm telling you, Jay, that happened many times.
Oh yeah, it does happen many times. And then
I mentioned it, Sean. If I didn't know about it, how could I mention it?
But anyway, my clearance was dropped my agreement I signed had been dropped about 4 years ago, and I did Stephen Betzett's show, and sure enough, man, like the very next day, I got a re-sign. They reclassified it because the original ticket was 26 years, I think it was, or 28 years, and then when I started talking about it, they reclassified it. They made me sign a new non-disclosure agreement. So I can talk about the event. I just can't talk about anything that happened in the event. So Navy's like that. So most people don't think that pilots talk about this, but they do. They talk about UFOs a lot. And on top of that, they're actually by law have to report them. But the way they did the system is because they don't want people getting picked on and made fun of, they can report the system differently now. So the whole crew don't have to find out who it was.
Well, I mean, what you said though, Joe, that's absolutely correct. Even commercial air pilots, they're by contract required to report all incidents with UFOs, particularly near incidents when it's very close to the plane. And the reason is because every other flight that's in the area or globally, the flight paths are known to the FFA and other control towers so that they know where these planes are going to be. And all these planes also have transponders so they can be tracked and found easily and quickly, and they identify themselves on radar. So when it leaves, radar tower A's area of coverage, gets into radar B's coverage, it comes on, I believe it says, US blank, 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 the airline company name and the flight number name, and might even say how many passengers are on board. Those kind of things are on there, but these UFOs don't have that, so they're required by law to report them because even though they say there's no danger there, the FAA, the NSA, the CIA, they all know there is a danger there because pilots don't know these ships are going to be in the area and they could easily cause an accident.
But I heard that the airplane pilots who fly commercial, when they report it, then they kind of like lose their job.
No, they're grounded for at least a month while it goes under investigation. Yes.
But see, they don't even do it like that anymore. Now they're reported anonymously. So the FAA just needs to know if things are flying in the sky so that they can check them out. Pilots, they can't, because it simply is. It's unidentified flying object. Because you can't really suspend a pilot because he saw something weird in the sky. Not unless he's making weird claims like he was abducted or taken off the plane or something like that. Because pilots seeing shit in the sky happens all the time. That's, and I have never met a Navy pilot that did not see a UFO. Not one. Now, I haven't met an Air Force pilot that hadn't seen a UFO. But that doesn't mean it's alien craft.
See, I would figure that the Air Force pilots would see more than the Navy pilots.
Navy pilots fly more out over the ocean where less Air Force pilots are and where more UFOs are bound to be.
UFOs like deep water areas. So
yeah, if you superimpose the map of UFO sightings of the U.S., you'll find that they go along the coasts, the east and west coast, and up along the top between us and Canada, and then they kind of follow that same track up along Canada, along the east and west coast. But in the middle of America, where the Air Force mostly flies, particularly in Nevada, that's mostly our airspace. There's not a lot of UFOs there, so less chance for those pilots to see that. Navy pilots, however, are out over the oceans. They're out over, it's Pacific and Atlantic sides. They're berthed all over the planet. They have a much more visible range, if you will.
Well, so I guess there's a lot of underwater bases than there are.
I don't know if there's a lot of them, but
there are plenty. Yes.
So what really goes on here is UFOs or USOs can travel underwater great distances just like they can in the sky. So you don't really know what's around them. You don't even know where they were coming from because they're actually underwater. And they like deep water channels. So there's an Agus cruiser base outside of Jacksonville, Florida. It's a decommissioned base. And right next to it is a national park, and right down the road from it's a nuclear power plant. So when we do investigations, we tell people, you really want to see a UFO, find a deep water channel with a national park and any type of nuclear power plant, you're guaranteed you're going to see something. because it's where they like to hang out. I mean, one of the best videos we ever got is that damn thing hovering over the top of that electric plant in Blunt Island, Florida. You just, because you have to know where they are if you want to try to catch them. If you're not a contactee, the only shot you have of ever seeing a UFO is just happen to catch one that may be transitioning from space to water to air before they cloak. That's the only way, because other than that, I think you really have to be touched to really see them. Because I've never met anyone who's actually seen a real alien spacecraft that hadn't been taken. So I'm looking, but I haven't met anybody. Like Travis Walton, you know, he saw it, he got picked up. Yeah, Jamie, they're trying to say Travis was lying, even though he passed like 6 polygraphs.
Well, all but one of the team members passed multiple polygraphs, and the one who didn't pass, he only took one. He didn't pass it because he was nervous, and I think he may have years later taken a second one and did pass. But it really didn't matter. If you have 8 dudes all telling the same story and 7 of them pass multiple lie detector tests, but one of them failed once, guess what? They're probably telling the truth.
Yeah. So yeah, and now they're trying to change the story, saying only Travis took the polygraph.
Well, I mean, even back then, the lie detector guys were like, "We can't believe this. They can't all be telling the truth. This is an outrageous story. Just because you don't believe the story doesn't mean you can't believe your own instrument. It's your freaking instrument, idiots. You guys started this. You know, I mean, it's been bullshit from the start.
That's what I'm saying. Though they're trying to rewrite the story.
Yeah, again.
So they're trying to say that only Travis passed a polygraph, no one else took one, which is a lie because they all took one. All the people, you know. So and
no, they did. They did, Jay.
Yeah, they all. No, they all took polygraphs. So the thing about it is when you got people out there trying to change stories so they can make money or try to reshape an argument, they're trying to change the story so they can say Travis Walton was lying.
Well, you know what?
Famous.
We had Travis Walton on our show when Jenny on Chasing Prophecy. We had Travis on, and we kept asking them questions. And here they're coming out with a new movie, but he couldn't say nothing about it. Yeah, but he couldn't talk about it.
I like to interview. I think
so. Maybe Joe's. Maybe they're doing it this way.
I've interviewed Travis.
Bob Lazar. Yeah, he's weird. Bob Lazar's weird.
I'm weird. That's why I like to be. That's why I like to talk to him.
Bob just got. I have talked to him, but he's just got issues. I don't think he was outright lying, but I think he took what's how we can say this creative license. Especially
hey Joe,
since,
I just put up what Carr wrote. Read that.
Wait, what? Let's see. I'm a contactee. I was born in based in Chicago. Use many programs. I'm breaking my programs, so this is why we have to. Well, you know, ET loves us all, Carr. They love you. They want to be your daddy, your Mac daddy. It's
He takes this serious, dude.
I take it serious too. Come on, I'm the #1 alien abduction researcher on the freaking planet. And by far too, it's not even a close second. No, MUFON only did. You want to know why MUFON started doing abductions, Mikey? Is because of me. Yeah, they never would do. I started challenging when I was hosting Wake Up USA. I challenged every ufologist I brought on there. Why aren't you talking about the people who have actually seen something? And so, you know, we don't. What chasing UFOs ain't going to get you shit. Chasing lights in the sky is a waste of time. Unless you catch yourself a ship, you're wasting your time.
Well, how hard is it for a contactee to actually tell their story?
Like anybody can tell their story. It's okay. And I always warn this to abductees and contactees. Before you go public, know your life, know your surroundings. Because for some people, it's easy. And if you're an independent and you don't work for somebody, it's way easy. And, you know, so I own the network. I own my own construction company. So I could talk about this kind of stuff without it costing me a bunch of money. And it did every now and then cost me a customer. But for the most part, because it was my business and I was doing it, nobody cared. But working for somebody, they will find a reason to get rid of you. They'll be like, oh, you know, yeah, you know, they're crazy, but that's not what
there's that. But also who you go to, make sure you go to respectable reporter, not someone who's not going to like pretend to be on your side when they do the interview and then turn around and like use you to bash the crap out of you on the subject.
Just don't go to CNN or MSNBC.
Right? Yeah. Don't go to a bad source.
No, now CNN's changing now. Let's not be hating on CNN. They've been talking good about Trump lately. I mean, not all the time, but there's
They're flipping back and forth now and then. Yeah,
because they know that new guy's coming that's buying them out. That's conservative. So people, you forget CNN started out as a conservative network.
It was a very good show.
Yeah, it was a very good network, and then
they were the first network to run a war basically live on television.
Yeah, and they did a damn good job of it too.
They won all kinds of awards for it.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of people that said that we shouldn't have allowed that, but I don't know why. It brought war into your maybe it normalized it too much. I don't know.
It was brought into everyone's living rooms at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I remember because my friends and I, we were in college. We were playing. It was a Saturday night. Might have been a Friday night, but I'm pretty sure it was Saturday night rather. And I remember we were playing poker, and I had it was on the second floor of this multi-level house that had multi apartments in it. And I stepped out onto it wasn't really a porch, but the eve of the roof to smoke a cigarette and just enjoy the night air. I came back in, and all of a sudden it's like 1:30, boom. Baghdad was like watching Star Wars erupt over Baghdad in Iraq. It was the coolest thing ever. Live war on television.
It was definitely insane.
There's Jay. I love you, Jay. I do. I love you.
I mean, it was just different to watch. I mean, it was weird. It just
well, what was the first war? What was the first police action that was actually on TV?
Well, sort of on TV. That was Vietnam. But
Vietnam, Sunday nights, right before Disney. I remember watching it when I was a kid.
I saw that colonel shoot that dude in the head. I saw that monk light himself on fire in the middle of the street, live on television.
Yeah,
live.
Wait a minute, what did I just do here?
No, I mean, you can't do that today, though.
No, bullshit. No, because what happened was, years later, Janet Jackson's boob fell out accidentally on purpose by Justin Timberlake or whatever. And everyone made a shrill cry about that. Oh, my God. Well, the same day, earlier that day, Iran showed on public television several people getting beheaded.
Yeah.
No one says a thing about that, but oh, my God, a boob falls out. Well, what would you rather see on your television? Somebody's head chop off or somebody's boob fall out? I'd rather see a boob fall out. Thank you very much. I'd rather see somebody's head fall off and then like all this blood spurt out of their chest. No, thanks.
Now, one that grossed me out was that one they did 2 years ago when they set that guy on fire in that cage, or 4 years ago, whenever that was.
Oh, yeah. I've seen several people on fire. I saw that monk in Vietnam. I saw him light himself on fire. That's pretty,
Yeah, but this was different. They put that guy in a cage and got flamethrowers and just basically melted. Dude,
they did. I did see that.
Yeah, it was horrible. And if it would have been one of ours, we'd have probably wiped them out of existence.
Oh yeah.
People don't realize when they do shit like that. That's why Israel went so crazy on Palestine. You should have never murdered babies. You asked for it. Once you're killing babies, you're asking for it.
Oh, they weren't just killing babies. The baby was on fire, and then while the baby was burning to death, they stomped it on its head and crushed it to death.
Yeah, they and then they just randomly just shot the teenagers in the field. They just would shoot them and then walk up and shoot them again.
Right, Kevin? Would you rather see boobs or heads falling on the ground? I'd rather see boobs falling out of shirts.
Yeah, I want to see them falling on the ground now.
Well, it depends on how big they are. Boom, man, that's a big old titty.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting NCR rated.
Hey, but speaking of something, we're size, Sean, did you hear about the two black gentlemen who are peeing off of the Golden Gate Bridge?
No.
No, the one gentleman says, "Man, that water is cold." The other says, "Yeah, and it's deep too."
Oh my God. Oh. Say, where do you come up with these jokes, dude?
That's an old joke, man. That's as old as you and I. that joke.
Never heard that one.
Well, you've been in the wrong circles, I guess, sir.
I'm glad. I'm glad. My mind would be corrupt now.
Well, how do you think I got on the network?
Joe Montaldo.
No, having a corrupt mind.
You know, being on a Navy ship, you hear some dirty jokes, man.
Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Especially when you cross the equator and they dress you up as a woman and you do pageants. Then you crawl on your hands and knees for about 3 hours, getting smacked with a wet fire hose.
Ew,
you get
gross.
and then they have wog dog fights where, you know, you're a wog. I was a wog dog, and there was always fights between me and other wog dogs. You know, I had a handler. Okay. Then I remember going to the Royal Baby. It's the fattest shellback on the ship. And he put everything on his stomach, and he had put a cherry in the belly button. And you had to get that cherry out of that belly button. Those were oh yeah, you just don't know. I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a much fun activity.
But you know what's something, Jay? What's crazy? You don't have to become a shellback. So what they do to you is they put you in the brig for a day. Because once you cross that equator, the captain is no longer in charge of the ship. Davy Jones is.
Oh, really?
King Neptune. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, dude.
I think I'd much rather take a day in the brig, especially if I can, like, you know,
Well,
smuggle a
no,
book
because the guys that actually went into the brig, they felt really bad that they didn't go through it. Because you get looked upon like you're a wimp.
I look at it differently. Be a welcome rest from all the chaos. Plus, if I can smuggle in a book, you know, might get some, you know, welcome reading in.
I'm not telling you, man. Once you become a shellback, it's just it's a great feeling, believe it or not. And what's really cool is when you come back and you cross again, you're the shellback now. And the people who came on board while you were somewhere, you got to beat their asses with hoses, fire hoses. Oh, yeah, those were the days. Joe, you're a shellback, right?
I can't say it's classified.
Oh, come on.
I can't say it's classified. It's I can't look. I don't make the rules, man. Actually, technically, Denise, my whole career in the Navy is classified. Really, it is. And most of it was nothing spectacular. But there are some things that were very spectacular.
Yeah, so he just said it. He just said it.
It's
the long way around.
Well, still, you know. Bobby, I mean, contactees, I work with a lot of contactees. I mean, the organization has more than 140,000 cases now. Well, it's different for ICAR because ICAR went through a lot of cases in the beginning. When you hear me say 140,000 cases, that's cases we consider to be legit. I can't even tell you how many we went through. And one guy tells me one night I'm giving a lecture. He says, "There's no way you could have went through that many cases." I said, "I didn't say I did." Well, I've heard you say. I said, "I've read a lot of them. I've been involved in a lot of them because, after all, I am international director." I said, "But with 10,000, I said there's over 50. Well, actually, these days about 85,000 members." I said a bunch of them were investigators. I said it sounds like a lot of cases, but even 500,000 cases between 30 or 40, 50,000 people isn't shit. It goes really fast. You'd be surprised how fast it goes. It's Then somebody asked me how many have I personally investigated. I said a lot. I couldn't give you a number though. It's been too long. It's but I mean, ICAR does things that nobody else does. That we've changed all the norms of ufology. We get a little bit of credit for it. Mostly people try to jump on our stuff like Linda Moldy Howe and other ufologists or people who say they're ufologists that aren't. What's that, Mikey? What about Richard Dole? I haven't seen Richard in a decade. We never really got along that well because he thought I was arrogant and I thought he was arrogant. Well,
Who, you? Arrogant, Joe?
Yeah, well, we were both arrogant. So it's
no, Dylan is pretty arrogant though.
well, and then I embarrassed him one night with his new girlfriend. So they got this new TV gig, right? And they all had asked to come on the show because of the ratings. And I said, cool. So I'm sitting there and I said, no, if you go look under UFO Paranormal, whatever, we're the top 5 slots on the top 5 pages. And Richard said, no, that's just because you review them. I said, well, go look for yourself. So his girlfriend pops it up. And of course, it was exactly what I said on both Google and Yahoo. And he was like, shit. I said, yeah, why do you think they wanted to come on here, Richard? And he got mad because I never offered him a show, but I offered his wife one.
After they divorced?
No, before it. She was a host a long time in this network.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She used to host a show called Through the Keyhole.
So what?
Through the Keyhole. Darren Dolan and Through the Keyhole. Yeah, she was a host here for at least a half dozen years or so.
How long ago? Was she on when me and Joe were, when me and Jeff were here?
You know what? It might have been trans. Yeah, I think Jeff was here when she was still here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to go. You know what? Let me see. Maybe I can find out for us right quick. Let me see if I got anything on this YouTube account. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm screwing myself up here. Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah. We should say that Dawn and Darren Yazzie, this is their first show tonight at 10:10.
Oh, that's right. They are on tonight.
Don't whistle all night. Don't whistle all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They replaced Sean Hazlitt as the show that follows us now.
And that's how I got my 2-hour show on Sunday.
So maybe the three of us ought to like pop in and like hijack their show for like the first 20 minutes.
Say, hey guys. Well, they're gonna have to
guys, you coming on after us? Let's bring it.
They're gonna have to get used to hosting behind us either because we don't behave ourselves. But
yeah.
What's that, Jackie? No, y'all should check them out. It's a good show.
It is a very good show.
Yeah, just don't whistle at them, okay?
Yeah, don't whistle at them. They might send the wolf dog at you or something. Wolfman or whatever the hell it is. Brandy Heavens.
That would be the Skinwalker there, Joe. That's what you were groping for.
It's Skinwalker. That fucking ranch, biggest bullshit I've ever seen. It's well, so, but okay, this is how weird the world is, people. So while I was in the Navy, I got a Spec K. It's me and 3 guys got detached to this testing range out in New Mexico. And then there was these 3 ranges that they had us running back and forth. We were doing radiation checks is what we were doing. And so I didn't know until, I don't know, 10 years later that we were on Skinwalker Ranch for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Not one fucking event. Not one. And then I remember watching that TV series. Oh, we found this underground film. Bullshit. That thing had been there. We were using it for storage when we were there.
It seems like all the hype is they hype it up, and then when they actually you see like the actual raw footage, it's like, wow, that was underwhelming.
Well, you know what? That's the same way of the Curse of Oak Island, man.
Oh, that's
it's also it's interesting.
Did they ever find any money there?
Underwhelming.
No, they find wood. They find wood. That's all they find.
It's interesting, but extremely underwhelming. Yes, I 100% agree.
Same
with Scott. Are you guys familiar with Scott Wolcher? He's actually also kind of fascinating to watch, but it's like it's American archaeology. But again, it's
I like him. I like Scott.
I do like him, but it's a lot of effort for underwhelming.
Hi, Heidi. I liked his shows because he was really big into, I want to say, the Vikings.
Yes.
He was really big into that.
Yes, strong proponent of like Viking visitation to the North America pre-Columbus.
Yeah, and it was
and he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I agree with him. But they're not the first people to come here. The quite frankly, the native Indians were here. We don't know how they got here. Probably through the land bridge, even earlier, the Jomon people. But the Korean Japanese haplogroup is 100% evident within Native American tribes of North, Central, and South America. All the Indian First Nation tribes are closer related to Japanese and Korean haplogroups, not Hispanic or European haplogroups, as one would expect.
Yeah,
Well,
there's a
hold on,
lot
but-
of stuff that don't make sense about all of that.
No, I mean, but they're saying that the Apache, the people came from Mexico up.
Well, no, that's actually that's true. So,
oh yeah, that might be true. But,
so what happened is in the early days, whenever they crossed the land bridge, they didn't come straight into America. They went up into Canada and they went down all the way down to the bottom of South America and then started working their way back up. And that's why you see things like the Toltecs and the ones before the Toltecs that all migrates forward to the Aztecs and into the Native Americans. And there's actually places in the United States where you can see remnants of stuff from the Mesoamericans. Because technically Mesoamericans look different than Native Americans. Whatever the evolution was or whatever it changed, they did. And then you have to take in consideration that South America and Central America is 98% O blood. You don't find that anywhere else in the world but there. Anywhere.
Jay, you okay, buddy?
No, I'm fine. Yeah, I was agreeing with him.
No, you were like closing your eyes here, my friend.
Well,
I was agreeing with him.
Oh, okay.
It's what was it, Jimmy? No, I mean it's weird the way it is. I mean,
Yeah.
so if you look in like the United States, you'll notice there's sections in the country like 35% this, 36% that, 8% this, 1.5% this. We're talking about blood types. That's normal percentages around the world. Now you will see like in like Asia, I think it's B that's more dominant, but it's not outrageously more dominant. Not like South America and Central America.
Unless
That's like
unless
a whole,
you go to the native tribes. The native tribes, all 100%. Like they identify as I think it's haplogroup two, where it's like Southeast Asia, Japan and Korea specifically. And I was first figured out this like in 1994, 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there. In the internet, it just really started going. It was not really started going, but it was becoming popular among civilians. It had already been used in the military for a long, long time. But this dating site came out, Anastasia Date, I think it was, way back then, and it was advertising like Argentinian and South American women for dating and marriage. And so just for doing this research paper that I had to do on in Japanese art, I started looking at all kinds of websites, and I just saw the girls on this website. They said, born and raised in so and so Argentina, brown skin, beautiful ladies, brown skin, but they had Japanese eyes, and I'm like, they look oddly Japanese. I mean, like 100% Japanese. Just the skin was different color. And 2013, the Human Genome Project proved that they are Japanese. So it's just no surprise. But here I was, 93 discovering this. You're muted, Joe.
I was talking to myself anyway, but
okay.
It didn't matter. Well, I'm glad I unmuted it, but still I was talking to myself. I was on I had found Karen Dolan's show on YouTube, but it's got dates like 2020 and 2021, and she wasn't on the network then, so it must be republishing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look on here on SoundCloud because I guarantee you she's on SoundCloud. Damn, voice stop. All right, let's see. Paste. Oh no, I did that wrong. Look at that. And I know I copied that. That pisses me off. Let's see. Here we go. The keyhole.
This is for you, Heidi, if you're still on. I drew another card for you. It's the ant. So if you want to check out the ant, read it up. It's pretty neat.
And you just drew that card just now? What did you use? Magic marker or watercolors?
Watercolors. It's my animal medicine deck. They're all animals. When I do readings, Jay, I do animal medicine.
It's tarot?
No.
It's not a tarot.
Nope.
I'm going to have to tell Karen. She's going to give these people somebody's using her show name.
Who?
I don't know. Just some people up here. Through the Keyhole Oklahoma Football Podcast. Through the Keyhole Shelestin. I don't know. And she technically owns this name. So
if she has a copyright, yeah, she could sue them. Yeah.
She just do a poor man copyright. That's all you got to do these days. I usually make most hosts do that if they own the show, just to protect their own ass. Jimmy, a poor you write a letter, you put it in an envelope, you mail it back to yourself. It has to be certified, yeah. It has to be stamped at the post office, and then it's good.
Yeah, that's a sign for it at both ends.
Yeah, so and then that means you've done it. So that proves that you have the name. Well, you can register it legitly. It just costs a bunch of money,
and it takes longer.
Yeah, it takes longer, but this does work. Yeah, they call it a poor man's copyright. Yeah,
for the purposes of quick CYA, quick covering your ass.
Damn, yeah. So I'm gonna have to tell Karen about this. Somebody's using her show name because that's damn, where the hell is it? Through the Keyhole. That's West.
Be wary, guys, if the next card he pulls is the uncle.
Yeah, man, this guy's definitely using the.
Yeah, I said be wary if the next card you pull is the uncle card.
The uncle.
The uncle. Yeah.
You're man, Jay. You are coming up with some really crazy ones today.
Yeah, that's an old joke of mine. One of my favorite retail jokes. I know you work in retail a long time, Sean. One of my favorite ones working in retail is I'd be working out there, putting stuff on the shelves or cleaning something. They're just walking around looking for people to help. And I'd say, "Hey, can I help you?" And someone would go, "Yes. Can you help me find the right thing?" And I'd say, "Yes. But if I find it on the left, will you still buy it?"
Man, that's the one thing that gets on my nerves.
What?
They come up to you. I need to find a chuck roast. I need to find a chuck roast. Where are the chuck roasts? Where is the chuck roast? And I just take my finger and I point right in front of them. There's your chuck roast.
If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Yeah, and if I was an asshole, I would have punched you. And I'd take your shit and go.
I think she left in 2010 or 2011. Right now, I'm in 28 and 29, but I think she left.
Okay, yeah, I came on the network in 20. Jeff was definitely here then. I came on in 2014.
Yeah, I remember Jeff being here, but let's see.
Wow, 2014.
Let's see. This is her with her husband Richard Dolan, George Norrie. She did a good interview with George Norrie. It's here's Peter Robbins. Yeah, Peter Pumpkin Eater.
Years.
Kevin, the ant means patience.
I've been on for 12 years. Wow.
I know it goes fast, man. Surprising. It's Richard Dolan, Karen, Peter Robbins.
Yeah, but Kevin, who works harder, ants or bees? I think bees work harder.
No, ants. Ants.
Really? You think?
Ants.
Susan Tyler.
Absolutely.
Well, bees are more badass and can kill ants, so I like bees better.
No. Ants can do a number on things.
They
You gotta watch some YouTube videos.
I've seen that too.
Alejandro Rojas.
But it's usually an already wounded bee or a bee that's already used its stinger.
You know what? Whenever them Japanese hornets go after a hive, boy, them little yellow jackets, man, they just start flapping their wings and burn the boy to death, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna upload some of these to the members thing, man. There's some pretty good interviews. Green Mary Magdalene.
And aren't we a little bit over, actually?
Yeah, we're getting ready to go. Jim Sparks, Johnny, who is that? Johnny Lynn Valeri. I don't know who that is. Dwayne Treadle, Richard Sauter.
What do you think? Should we invade his show?
Spec. Well, last time I checked, they still wasn't on what you said, Jay.
I don't know. Sean said something. I couldn't hear it.
We think we should invade the show.
Are we going to jump on the podcast tonight.
Let's go see. Let's see if they're even on yet. I don't think they're on yet. Oh yeah, now they're
Yeah,
on.
they are.
All right, so
Yeah.
we're gonna close out, guys. I'm gonna pop in. I'm gonna pop in on the bottom. Y'all should come with me, just to freak these guys out. Tell them we just came to congratulate them in their new slot. That's how that works. Okay, let me get us out of here. Where am I at? Oh, there we are. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the chat.
Good
with
night,
Joe and
everybody.
Joe and Jay and John. Y'all be sure to come by and say hi. It's Joe and Jay and John. Yes, I'm thinking about naming him Felix, but still.
Felix.
Yeah, Felix. Like Felix your way around.
Felix
Anyway.
the cat. Felix the cat. Yes.
Anyway, guys, we really do
Gratitude,
have to get out of here. So I want to thank everyone again for tuning in United Public Radio in the chat. I hope you enjoyed the show. Of course, any moans, groans, bitches, and complaint, feel free to write to Michelle DeRoche. But I got something else I want y'all to write to Michelle for, everybody, host and everybody. Y'all write to Michelle. Tell her we want her to come on and talk on this show about all the strange and weird places she slept in over the years.
Yes.
And the weird
yes.
vesting
Much
clothes.
love
that
to you,
she's
Heidi.
worn over the years. Yes. We're gonna Heidi write to her.
And
Tell her
Jay-
Joe said the right.
Oh, wait a minute. If we bring her on, Joe, that means Jay has to stay on. He can't
Joe'll
go.
be in trouble for sure, man. He'll just have to smoke at breaks. That's all. It's what's it, Jesse? No. Oh no, we give him showtime all the time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Trust me,
Heidi.
if we were,
Yeah, I turn it off. I turn off a break and turn off. Sometimes especially when we're watching a longer video, I turn it off so that people don't see me doing this.
I know. What the hell?
You know.
Don't forget you can blow it up full screen and then you can blow it up again. So
Well, yeah, still would. I'll still be doing this. I
yeah,
know,
but it does help because sometimes I'm like, what the fuck is that? No, we really got to go. Oh no, Sean Hazlitt retired. No, I think he's still on YouTube.
Yeah, I think he still runs a YouTube channel.
Yeah, Sean's a good guy. I like Sean.
Heidi, there you go. There you
Where
go.
are your
Jay,
eyes?
where are your eyes?
No, Sean Hazlitt's a good guy. I like him. He's a
Yeah,
nice
he
guy.
is a good guy. Sean
He
is a good guy.
he's probably looking to make more money than what he could make around here. So I have no problem with Sean whatsoever. He's a good guy, and I'd recommend him for any network.
Thorough researcher, yes.
Yeah, he's a good researcher. He's big into conspiracies, and he caused very little trouble on the network.
Yep, he's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Well, the network goes through conspiracy shows. Most of them don't last for more than 2 years. A lot of them don't even last a year. The longest conspiracy show on this network belongs to a lady. Her name is Laura Lee.
Yes, she
And
still
she's
does.
really good at the other. Yeah. Now, one of my other good conspiracy people who watch out for me, her name is Amelia. And she sends me a lot of good stuff too. And there's some other, there's about a half a dozen, maybe 3/4 of a dozen people I use for conspiracy stuff because I get them all to send me stuff. And then when I get something that's the same, then I know I got something. Because usually they'll all send me some weird conspiracy that's different. But every once in a while, they'll all hit on one thing. And then you know you got something. You might not know what you got, but you got something. But anyway, on that note, guys and girls, I'm going to tell you again. Well, I think I'm going to pop over there and say hi to the guys. I don't think they've ever.
Yeah, because I got to work tomorrow, so I'm going to.
Oh yeah, get you some rest, man. And well, I've never met the guys. No, ever. No, Michelle does not have to introduce me to them. No,
one of them I got on my Facebook, but I haven't had a chance to talk to either one of them yet.
Yeah, she's it's not a requirement when she puts shows on the network now. She knows sooner. She knows sooner or later I'm gonna go in and harass them. It's just a matter of
They
time.
are very good people. They have a good show. They really do.
They do. They got a good church.
Bigfoot guys, yeah.
Yeah. And they do they do all kind of stuff. Anything that's kind of tangled into Native America. What do you mean we don't have Bigfoot shows, Jack? Well, Jeff's a damn Bigfoot writer. But we have everybody in this damn network's probably done Bigfoot at least once.
And I've probably seen Bigfoot closer upper than anybody on the planet. So
Bigfoot. Yeah, he sees Jeff all the time. That's why.
Yeah, man. It's amazing. It's amazing what a straight razor, a brush, and some soap will do. I mean, just you brush on the shaving soap and whoop, 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 and bam, Bigfoots look like us.
You even sound like a Bigfoot, dude.
But that's somebody we're gonna have to
You
go
got it.
crash one day. We're gonna have to all go crash when Wham's on. When him and Wham are on, we need to go crash on one night. Say hi. I'm offended. I ain't been on the show in a long time. I'm gonna have to call him and make him come on.
Yeah,
He
you
loves
have-
it now.
Yeah,
we're gonna. You know what? We're gonna.
when we were on Power Talk he popped in all the time.
Yeah, we're gonna make him come do the chat with us one night. No politics, y'all, because you'll make his head explode.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey said, well, first it'll turn red, then it will explode.
Yes. Oh, the one I like to argue politics is Wham, but she gets too upset.
Yeah, well, the same problem. First it'll turn red, then it'll explode.
No, they're good hosts. I just like it. No, they're just different political views. That's all.
Yeah.
So Denise, we don't care what your political views on this network are. We may argue with you about them, but we don't care. It's not going to get you fired or hired.
As long as you know your shit and you don't bring any nonsense and you can keep up with the rest of it. Bam.
We're not a cookie cutter network. I don't need everybody to be just what I like.
How can Heidi tag Wham? Jay.
I don't know.
She's under it's Wahaba. It's not under Wham. It's Wahaba something or other. Hang on, let me find it.
Yeah. It's she's an English lit teacher in New York. Yeah. No, I like Wham. No, we don't agree politically at all, but I like her. Just because I don't agree politically with somebody doesn't mean I don't like them. I just try not to talk politics with them.
Oh God, I could just see that.
Oh, her and I have talked about it before, but I have just not.
Well, dudes, I've got to go.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Y'all go get some rest. I'm going to get a Coke or something, water or something. I don't know. Snort some stuff on my nose.
Yeah,
allergy.
I'm going to go have some beef lo mein. So there.
It's
Can you send it to Heidi, Jay?
What?
You know what, Heidi? Jay will send the name to me, and I'll send it to you.
Well, I can't. I'm trying to copy it now. It's WAHABAH and then space IVITHIA. Do that, and then it'll have in parentheses Wham.
Yeah, I used to always
just send it to me.
Wham.
Just send it to me, buddy. Just send it to me.
Well, let me copy it. I was trying to copy and paste it, and I was going to throw it in the room there. Won't let me do it.
Damn. Let's see. All right, we're going to get out of here. So anyway, guys and girls, we got to go. I want to thank everyone again for tuning in to United Public Radio. No, Kimberly, we're just making up our time. We started a half hour late today, so we're allowed to retake our time. But anyway, on that note, thanks again for tuning in to the chat in United Public Radio. And if you get any moans, groans, bitches, write to
Good night, everybody.
I think Sean said he wants to be the guy you write to. Yeah, I think that's what he said.
No, I don't.
On that night, good night, everybody.